Hey, hey, welcome everybody. It's the Friday Night Live, and we are here. Are we here? Are we alive? Welcome. Welcome to you on this beautiful afternoon, evening, morning, day, wherever we find you. We are spanning the globe today. So we'll be talking to everybody in all time zones, and I'm so excited to get to the guests that we are going to blaze through all of the other juicy goodness of the intro here. Uh, First, I would like to thank you all for joining us this evening. We've got Animare Rocks tonight as our guest, the artist previously known as Afia Raka. And we will be also having another visitor. And so we're chock full of rocks this evening. Lonnie was the first one to land today. And so thank you so much, Lonnie, for coming in and saying hi right at the top of the afternoon. And then we've got, uh, let's see, of course, Manny is here. And Latigo Liz, good to see you. Thank you for sliding on in so early. Welcome. We've got Tara's Treasures also landing here this beautiful Friday evening or Saturday morning, just depending on wherever you are. And we've got Sage Rat in the house. Good to see you. Rufotris Rooted Rockhound is here, brandishing a wrench. Great to see you, as well as Prairie Girl Rocks. Good to see you too. And we've got something to mention about both of these two here in the news coming up. But first, let's say hi to everybody. I did see an Eric the Cat swinging on in here as well. Great to see you. And let's see, Tara's Treasures is talking about this location only yields one, maybe two each time I go, but it's closer than the rest of my locations. So it's good for impromptu fun. I hope everybody's having some impromptu fun. It sounds like a rock hounding spot. And that's why it's called rock hounding and not rock finding. Because it's not always those aren't always the fruits of your labor. Although I'll bet you anything you had a good walk and that you got a bunch of nature up in your eyes. And so it can be such a very good thing for other reasons. And we've got the Cliff. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you for swinging on in. And there is that Opal guy. Resort Dog has also landed. And let's see, we've got hi all. Definitely follow those intense thunderstorm creek hopping. Right. A lot of y'all out over the entire course of at least our country here have been experiencing some pretty major weather. And so hopefully everybody stayed out of the line of fire of those turny, windy NATO things and found yourself some good rocks instead. Spot is here. Good to see you, as well as Just Lucky 13. Scott, another beautiful day in paradise, wouldn't you say? Like that's almost like an evil laughter. It was so good today. That is why we're here, and we grow lichen in between our toes like the whole rest of the year. And so, Soul Adventurist is here. Good to see you. Did you see that purple cloud go by? Ah, so good. We'll talk about that here in a little bit too. And Blind Squirrel Rocks, hello, and would love to know how tomorrow is. Yes, we all would love to hear the forecast on tomorrow. And Animare Arts is saying 5 by 5. And so we do have one. That's good. That's great to hear. Jeff is here. Good to see you, Jeff. And I got a mention for you as well coming up here. I'm just scrolling through to make sure that we've said hello to everybody. Of course, Ma has slid on in here too, another wrench. And so if you need some wrench brandishing skills to share some links or anything like that, I would like to thank all of y'all that are wrenches for helping out with those things and making sure everybody's got their TV guide ready for the weekend, because boy, oh boy, did we have some really, really cool things to watch. And I do want to make some mentions. We will do that in a moment. Earth to Elegance is here also saying hello. And thank you for coming. And scrolling. I should have like some ambient music just for the scroll. Okay. I don't think I've missed anybody so far. Thank you all again for joining us. We again have Mahnee here this evening from Animare Rocks. You can see me looking around for my next prop, and boy, I'm not seeing it. So that's okay. Oh, Phil is here too. Hey Phil, how's it going? It's good to see everybody. We'll get the thing going on anyway. And yeah, get this party started. It's the Ozone news. Yes, it's the Ozone news. I've got no glasses today. I'll just have to look at you guys through the loop. So first of all, I wanted to make some mentions of some great videos to watch this evening or later on this weekend if you haven't already. We've got Amberscape. Now, it's kind of a cool coincidence because our friend Kyle over there was just talking about Amberscape over on his live stream last weekend, and sure enough, pops in a beautiful video, and that is about fossil hunting. And I believe he's over, in Lithuania, so he's somewhere out there. It's super cool watching that sort of thing. I got to see a little bit, but I wasn't listening. I was working on stuff at the same time. Go check that out. We love our friend over there, Yarek, and Quest for Details, along with our very own Rufotris rooted rockhound Chris. Uh, they had a collaboratory video out looking for some poppy jasper, and so you definitely want to go check that out. That's over there on Quest for Details' channel. And Ontario Rockhound just dropped a video also this afternoon that has some spanking nice fluorite in it and some marcasite and some other yummy gems. Go check that out. We've got meteorites and other madness over on the Wednesday coffee chat with our friend Allison. That was super good fun. I was a lurking and enjoying every little smidgen of that. We had last Sunday, we had the live stream from Arizona Rockhound Expeditions that they unveiled their new dig rig. And it is so flipping cool. Color me a bit green, but you want to go check that out so that you can see where they're at and what they're traveling with for the season. Of course, Opal Guy and Romania have been doing some lives lately, so you want to go and check those out and keep an eye out for those happening. Always cool, even in the replay, to see what they're working on account that Opal Guy has been just camera on the job at hand, and so that's super fun. And then also our friend Fred over there at Just One More Rock has like quite the rock pile and buckets that we get to see some cool bits and pieces from. And so go check out what he is unveiling. I know that he's getting ready to share some of that material on some lives and that sort of thing, some sales, I believe, as well. So check it out. And let's see, we have also in the news tools that we want to play with in our studios. I've got like a box actually right behind me there next to the, oh, I'm so backwards. you like just watch me struggle. Over underneath the metal rolling mill is a box that needs to be unpacked that has another tool in it. And Rufotris Rooted Rockhound actually brought this to my attention, and it is some very cool contraption that he's actually here to talk to us about. So I'm gonna bring Rufo right on out here. And how you doing? Man on the street, Rufo reporting from his studio.
Sound check, mic check.
Yeah, you're here. You're here, buddy.
Cool. Yeah. Pretty fun little thing we got here. Oh, I've got it. Yeah, there we go. So using my rotary flex shaft that you may have seen me use before, it's got the foot pedal grinder, and I don't have it actually set up to run right now, just set up to show you guys. But with the flex shaft, got this 3D printed little table saw set up. Now it needs to be affixed down to like a wood plank or something to keep this steady. But I mean, how cool is this? It's just a little table saw setup, and you can actually put water in there. So we use like a sealant, so you can run it with water, and then I might put it in a bin to catch the water that drops off the table, and that's on really loose. But yeah, it's basically meant for a 50 millimeter blade. Unfortunately, this is a 58 millimeter, so this doesn't feel all the way right with this one in there. I'm gonna have to get a slightly smaller blade, and then I'll be able to show y'all maybe in the next week or two this actually running and cutting some opals. And that is my main purpose with it, being that I can use very thin blades. I can get those nice little opal bars revealed out of the Spencer opal and Australian opal and Mexican opal. I've been building up so many jars of opal.
That is so exciting. Now, I like, first of all, I gotta ask everybody out there in the chat, do you need something like this in your life? Because I know that as soon as I saw this, I died a little inside that like I need this so bad, like right now. So tell us, you how did you get this, first of all?
So a friend of my Discord, I guess I'll say for now, because he's not producing these for sale or anything at the moment. He's been
Okay.
engineering a lot of really cool stuff. He's building a faceting machine. He tried doing everything pretty much 3D printed except for a few parts. Like you can see, he integrates real bolts and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And he was trying to make a faceting machine, had some slight inaccuracies, and had to buy some special parts. But it's crazy to see this guy work and just go ham with free prints that are available online, and then he modifies them with his engineering skills. And yeah, he made this, and I was just going to trade him some stones and faceting rough because he's getting into the faceting. And he just kind of wanted to make it for fun. We ended up
Ah!
talking, and he just offered it out of the blue, and I asked him today, I was like, what would it even cost if people were to want to buy these? And this is where the sad part comes in. So first off, find yourself a friend with a 3D printer, and maybe they can make you one. But he was saying with the quality of plastic he used, a high quality plastic, sealing it up, the bolts and nuts and everything he put in it that are not 3D printed, and the time and labor, he wouldn't be able to charge less than like $50 for one of these.
Right on. If it's functional in the way that it looks like it's so flippin' cool, then to me, that would be worth it. You would be getting back what you spent if you cut, like, 1 or 2 good opals, really.
Right.
And so, yeah, yeah, I mean, that wouldn't be a deterrent for me. Maybe for some it might be, but I don't know. I find that so attractive. Maybe it's also because it's yellow, and I love that
So
so much.
there was it matches, right? It matches the flex shaft.
Yeah, the anodized metal you have there.
Yeah, but it's also the Wu-Tang colors. So
Mm,
yeah. It
mhm.
wasn't my choice. He made it and he's like surprised me one day and he posted it in the Discord. He's like, here it is, it's done. It's got those Wu-Tang colors.
I love it. And see, Phil, who knows 3D printing, is saying that is not a bad price at all. And here's Ma saying worth it 100%, which is what I was saying to myself. Like, I want it. And like setting me back by that amount wouldn't make me cry. Like I would
Yeah.
be glad to relinquish that. Here, take my money.
Let's see. For those curious, it's 3.67 inches. It's just in case my camera makes it a little skew. You can. Oh, somehow we got to -2. Oh, what happened there?
Zoinks. And meanwhile, hey Fred, we were just talking about you. Hope your ears weren't burning.
Huh, it keeps zeroing out when it's hitting a long spot. Interesting. Maybe I was going too fast. Oh, see, it keeps zeroing out. Oh no, it needs a new battery.
Oh yeah, it's doing that
Yeah,
thing.
that's what
Man,
happens when you need a new battery.
yeah. You know, I love my digital um my digital calipers, and I have now 2 of them because I can't stand being in between batteries. And I've backed up the batteries now too, because especially if you're doing fine work like faceting or fabrication of jewelry or anything like that, like they're like your left hand. You have to be constantly measuring. And so yeah, at any rate, boy, this thank you so much for sharing this tool. Will you be available to do some kind of a demonstration perhaps with it once you get it all like the right size saw blade and all that?
Oh, most definitely. I will be out next week. I'm going to be in Utah. We're going to be doing some meetups. We got JNV and a handful of other channels coming out, and yeah, going to be doing a little meetup in Utah, doing some digs out there, and then when I'm back home, I'm going to be cutting opals like crazy on this little guy.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for coming on and showing us that because I like that's for one thing, it's the cutest little thing I've ever seen. I just want it for that. Like it's a keychain rock cutter. Who
Yep.
doesn't want that? You
Yeah,
know?
it's got a little what do you call it? The splash guard I liked a lot. That is actually a cute little like actually little movable splash guard. I was like, "Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
that's
it's
so
so cute."
adorable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's so legit looking that
Oh
it
my
just
gosh, my camera.
has me completely beside myself. And so, anyways, you know, keep
This
us
thing.
updated as far as what might happen for future ventures as far as this person is concerned, or those of you who are interested in the 3D, the what am I looking for? The
The
details.
printer, yeah, the 3D
Yeah,
printing.
so
The
that somebody can
files,
do it? Yeah.
yeah, the files I can share on the Discord. It is also a publicly available file that someone else designed based on a 50 millimeter cutting disc blade.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
and so, yeah, contact Chris to know more, and we will be waiting, to see a demonstration and an assessment of how much you like it.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on, Karen.
Thank you so much for coming. Cheers. All right, and where am I? There I am. Okay, so stuff in your studio that you need. I recall that Jeff was talking about wishing that he had built a screen table for when they were going through their stuff from coming home from the Haunted Ridge and the other places. I keep on forgetting what the other like there's a butte or something involved. Hawk something maybe? At any rate, I would love to hear what things you know that you need for your studio that you would love to either build or get before the next time you come back from one of these rock hounding errands because 'tis the season, of course. And so once again, thank you so much for Chris, the Rufotris Rooted Rockhound. Go check out that video with He and Quest for details. They are out finding the Poppy Jasper. We've got spot prices here tonight. 67.03 for silver. What? That's something to Steinkern for. It was actually down to, I think, 64 yesterday. So, boy, if you need some silver, now is the time. Here, look, there's my cup. Everybody, Steinkern. That is an awesome price. Oh, hi, Brenda. Cheers to you. And Brenda, I need a maid that cleans. Yes, we do all need that in our studio for sure. We've got Blind Squirrel rocks with the knowledge here, starting with a K. We've got Hawks Bluff. That's it. Thank you so much for that. It looks like Ryan is here. Thank you so much for coming. It's great to see you. We've got a mention for you here in a bit too. And Ma needs 3 times more space for her studio. We've got a little bit of discussion for that this evening as well, but I do hear you. I think that everybody would love to throw their elbows around a little bit more. I have the wood for it and the screen now, just need some hardware to put it all together to make it. Yep. And raise your hand if you're out there and you've got a whole bunch of projects that just need the time. And I have a tool behind me that is all about kind of the building that Jeff was just talking about. And so, some of us are trying to amass the tools and some of us are trying to get track of some time. Gold is at 4,185 and 95 cents. Don't forget that 95 cents, for goodness sakes, for each of the ounces. Platinum is over there at $1,704 even, and palladium is at 1,284. Also a nice even number for you if you are shopping for precious metals this weekend. It's not a bad weekend for it. It's not a bad weekend for a little bit of shopping. Yeah. All right. So let's bring up what we were talking about before. And whoa, it's all squirrely. It's all crazy. Let's bring this thing up and stop. And we're going to back it up just a tiny bit because we've got this. There we go. We've got stromatolite from Blind Squirrel, and boy, oh boy, does that stuff polish up good. A lot of people were kind of laughing at me. I pulled out this great big, beautiful boulder during the live, and I think that some folks were unsure as to, like, wow, she just wanted this one rock. But there is an example of what that stromatolite looks like when you get it polished, and I'm just so excited. In fact, every single time I see this stromatolite, I'm caused to want to sing that song, the one like stromatolite in my eye, like a little ancient guy, makes me wonder. You know that song? Anyways, so yeah, thank you again, Blind Squirrel, for the stromatolitic fabulousness. And I know some other people in the community are not only getting some directly from the squirrel, directly from the source, but also I'll be sharing. Sharing is caring. Boom. Okay. So we also have Purple Cloud from the Soul Adventurist. What a fabulous share that was. Soul has been having some great sales, and I was desperate. This was haunting me in my sleep. I needed the Purple Cloud. She sent me a box, and I really should have done an opening. I would like to thank Phil and Patty and Ryan for the gifts that were inside that box, including the beautiful gifts from Soul. Everybody who gets a box from Soul gotta know that you're getting some really, really awesome generosity and great rocks. So here is the Purple Cloud, and there will be more of that, like lots more fun from the purple clouds. And I'm going to be keeping my ear to the ground for some more because I'm now officially addicted to this purple. And so I'm making sure that I'm not missing out on. Oh, Rick is here, so I am missing out on some stuff. Welcome in the fabulous Rick Amadalite as well. And I just also want to make sure I'm not missing any questions or anything like that. Yes, Spot. There are a surprising amount of geology rock songs out there, more than I would have thought. Boy, and I'm going to apologize right now if I just planted a Dave Matthews worm on y'all, but you know what? It just happens every time. And so I needed to share that with you. I needed to get that off of my chest. So thank you guys. You saw, I believe it was last week. I think it's been a long week, you guys, again, but Ethiopian blue. I got some of this fabulous chalcedony from the folks over at the Spectrum Mines. I think they're high desert gems. Otherwise, the whole mega mine situation that they've got, and they had this great chalcedony and I couldn't pass it up, and I'm glad that I didn't. This particular piece I cut with some of the lace preserved on the outside. Now when you're cutting chalcedony, a lot of times you want to just go for inclusion free, just jelly blue saturated gorgeousness. If you're looking to cut like the market standard gem. But I'm telling you, this piece, it had that fabulous turtling going on, and then these like tiny bubbles like champagne, like blue champagne. I couldn't help myself. I had to preserve it. And so we have this highly irregular kite design. I probably should have tossed it over there on the Discord. We've got some really cool contests going on over on the Discord. So if y'all are cutting kites this month, go join the contest. But yeah, this was an absolute pleasure. And this is another material that I definitely need to possess more of soon. And so I might have to actually drive back out to the mine. Oh, woe is me. Oh, I would hate that so much. And it looks like we have Tom, Cat, Josh all up in here. It's good to see you. Welcome in, brother. I hope that you're having a good week and enjoying whatever kind of weather is going on. And we got the No Jazz Jerry also sliding up in here too. It's good to see you. And you did a live today as well. I lurked a little bit, and yet Fridays are always like run around and try to make sure everything gets done before the podcast kind of days. And so good on you for going live. I'm going to have to go back and check it out, because I was just there for the end basically, and it looked like you were doing some jewelry. So awesome. So anyways, Ethiopian blue, get it while it's hot. Gotta love that stuff. And then it's time. It's time. It's one of my it's the most wonderful time of the year. Outdoor studio, people. And I I have a slightly different setup this year for some reasons, but the sun and the fresh air, and put on some music and relax and be outside while you're getting your gemmy work done. I gotta love it. All right. And so this really starts to bring in the nature of our guest here. And so I'm going to not have my guest wait any longer. Let's bring in the fabulous, the most fantastic and incredible person from over the pond. And here he comes. Boom. It's Mahnee. It's Mahnee, and we we are here to discuss some of your exciting outdoor and indoor studio stuff, plus all of the exploits all over that you've been doing with gem shows and whatnot. So it's hard to even know where to begin, except for how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going good. 5 by 5. Can you hear me? Everything good?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things have kind of chilled out, so I'm catching my breath at the moment, but still kind of keeping myself busy. Like as the photo bomb that I laid on you this morning kind of indicates, and that was like a smidgen of what's been going on. So there's a lot of stuff I didn't get photos of, just caught up in the moment. Yeah, I
Yeah.
need one of those. Need like the camera. Like that's my next. Yeah, like the camera glasses thing, and just that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
an awesome studio edition. Man, just be
Okay,
me
so
for a
we need to
day.
be able to bend space and time, and then also we need camera glasses. Okay,
Yeah,
that's not
I think
yeah,
they're out there, but yeah,
we can
like
do that.
ah. I just like I'll get halfway through something, I'm like, oh, I should have hit record. Hey, every time, every time. I'm
Yeah.
getting better. I'm getting better. I am getting better.
Yeah, it's a wrestle, but what's wonderful is when a friend asks you when you're trying to chill out to be on a live stream. So, I'm I'm helping you not feel you're getting too out of the pace. Like you got to keep your pace up. But actually, Dad's Rock was just asking me what those flexible water tubes are called, like I have on my table there. And they are called flexible water tubes. No, you
It
know,
begins.
right? Oh, ting ting tong. And so actually, Phil, those are accessible in the States by that wonderful store Ace Hardware, and they have all the different sizes of I think it's like a PVC or
Irrigation,
plastic tube. Yeah, I mean it's
irrigation tubing, or
tubing, yeah.
yeah.
So if you made the word tube happen, and I don't know if you like to order online, because then I would be looking for like plastic tubing, maybe even flexible plastic tubing. But what I found about my Ace Hardware is that they have those great big spools of it, and if you've got the fittings that you need to fit to, of course you can go ahead and take your measurements, but also you can just take it in there and yep, that fits. Like, give me 3 feet, and they'll come and cut it for you, or they've got the shears right there and they make you label it yourself, or however that your Ace hardware is. But at any rate, it's something that is acquirable. And shoes, man, like if you can't, then I'll send you some. Just tell me what, like, what interior diameter you're looking for, and I got you, brother.
Tubing side hustle unlocked.
Yeah, right. Ozone Fine Art Ventures
I got some
and
tubes. You got your
tubing.
tubes?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just seeing the open raincoat, in a dark alley, like the tubes hanging there. Okay, so we're off to an awesome start. We did want to get at least one tangent, kind of out of our system before we got any business going.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll be watching the chat and making sure that your good tangents are not forgotten. Okay, and if you need to, put them in all caps so that we don't let them scroll by. But tell us a little bit here about your experience with the gem shows, because that is so fascinating to me.
Whoa! Wow! 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 Wow!
Yeah.
I've done a lot of kind of festival work for like music and art and stuff like that, but this was something different, like a 4-day rock festival, like rocks, like, and minerals and gems, and there was just so much involved. Like the biggest part, like, that our club was involved with was the organization leading up to the event. A lot of the other clubs had more numbers for the volunteers. We're only a really, really small club, and a lot of our members are very senior, and yeah, not upwardly mobile for that sort of thing. So we our club made sure we kind of contributed with the organisation and all the running around beforehand. So and in doing that, like, there was so much that I learned. I thought I knew, but I learned so much more, like, with this event that I have in all the other events that I've participated in. The one thing that I really loved about Jamboree is I'm a qualified faceting judge and a qualified cabochon judge. So we got sent faceted stones and cabs from people all around Australia, and, like, just bringing their A game. Like, oh my God, like, some of the stones I saw, I just wanted to walk away from my faceting machine and go, all right, I'm done. Like,
It's like when Picasso's dad broke all of his paint brushes because he saw Picasso's work. He's like, yeah, forget
yep.
about it, I'm done. But no, that is amazing, and I bet you that's something that people didn't know about you ahead of time, was that
No, yeah.
piece about you being a judge for those things.
Yeah, qualified, like, went through all my training and like, through AFLACA, which is like the big Australian lapidary league. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I get to be a rock star again, because, like, they put me up in hotel rooms and send me around, like, my state, to go off and to judge other club shows and stuff like that. So it's, yeah, a lot of fun, and just, like, building your visual library, like, as well too, like
Ah.
seeing what people are doing and getting, inspired, and like, oh, that's cool, I wouldn't mind trying that, and kind of, developing, that idea, or, it's, yeah, it's a lot of fun, and, like I said, you get to see some Mickey Mouse, like, A grade work, like, everyone's, like, it's a friendly competition, but there's some bragging rights involved, if you know what I mean. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
sorry, big belly flop there, but, bragging rights.
Oh, ribbons. He's got ribbons.
Yeah, that was from our ag show. So I was able to
Nice.
participate in the competition this year because we had enough judges to cover our club, and walked away with 5 first place, 4 second place, 3 third places, and an overall intermediate champion.
Wow, that's
So
fantastic. Congratulations. It's a
yeah,
lot to even consider getting the certification. It's a lot to consider, like, having the gumption to even enter one of those. Like, I have
yeah.
never entered one. Like, that's
Well,
a different realm. And then to be able to bring home enough ribbons that you can, like, weave a hammock out of one, like, that is flipping spectacular. Congratulations for all of that.
a lot of fun. Like, I'm entered because we needed things to fill the showcases at our agricultural show, which I think is like your state fairs or whatever, like, or
Mhm.
county fairs. So we
Yeah.
have this show that travels through Australia. It's the agricultural show, and there's all the wood chopping and all the flowers, homegrown produce, like pumpkins the size of bloody watermelon, like huge
Yeah.
pumpkins and all that sort of
Like, you
stuff.
could
So
actually put, somebody up in it, like that, Peter Pumpkin Eater story thing,
yeah, yeah,
right?
definitely.
Here, live here.
So
Yeah.
we have a
Tiny home.
lapidary section in the ag show, and every club has their own ag show. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, like I said, the secretary of our club who does all the shielding of the competition, which is a big job, she collects all the entries, put them in the right section, gets the judging forms, like weeks and weeks of work. But everyone wants to keep the secretary happy, so everyone puts in things so she doesn't hassle us.
So Jerry wants to know if you have to hang that upside down.
Because I'm down under. Before you ask, I got a composting toilet, so I don't know.
Right? Yeah, because you know that was going to be next. Great. Okay, where's
and
the
they're
drummer?
prawns. They're prawns. Shrimps are like this. Prawns, mate. Prawns.
Yeah, on the bobby. Come on. Yeah. And good evening to you, Candy Cane Content. One thing I do want to mention really quick, as far as while we're on the faceting topic, which we can circle all over the place, depending on which way you want to go. Clockwise or counterclockwise is fine, but your faceting diagram help over on the faceting channel on the Discord. Tell us a little bit about that, because I most certainly downloaded it. Oh yes.
Oh yeah, it came up through the US Facetors Guild Facebook page, and they put up someone's compiled a PDF of all the competition diagrams to date, in all the different categories, and it is like OCD organized, like, and then like, here's the kicker, they supplied all the GemCut studio files to go with it. My God.
Yeah.
and
on that.
and like, rock stars of, like, speaking rock stars, there's rock stars in in my opinion in the faceting world, and I'm not sure if this is how you pronounce Aria or Ara. He's one of the guys
Arya?
that has Aria.
I think it's Arya Akivan, but I could be saying it wrong too, but that's the way I say it, but with love.
Yeah, in my head it's Aria, like,
yeah.
But he makes some amazing diagrams. Like, his designs are wonderful. Some are the Strickland's diagrams, like, who's got all those books out. He's an Aussie too, I found out. He's down in Tasmania. Then there's Bob Keller, like, who did the Smithsonian cut, who's sadly passed away, but there's a heap of his diagrams in there as well too. So it's like, oh yeah. But also having the GemCut studio files, so if the RI is not right, or if you want to modify it for whatever material you're using, just whack her in there and away you go. So yeah, they're very cool.
Have you found that having the GemCut studio will help you sometimes to launch from somebody's diagram into something different?
If it is something a little bit difficult, or I get stuck at a certain point in the cutting process, like, if something doesn't have the cutting instructions, so like, you have like your ingredients, which are all the cuts at what angle, at what what index on the wheel, like, and but then there's kind of like finite instructions, so it's like having the recipe but then having the how-to with it, and sometimes you get the recipe but you don't get the how-to, and putting manually entering that into GemCut Studio and seeing like what the stone should look like at each step of the way can really help. Like, you go, oh, all right, so that's this, like, because some you go, how the heck does that facet end up like that, and and it's not so
you're
much
sure you're doing it wrong, like,
sure. Like, the first time I tried to do a trillion, I was like, this just doesn't feel right, like, it's meant to be a triangle, but we're all over the place. Like,
right, and it's uneven, and that's like bothering me really bad right now. Is like,
yeah.
I feel like there should be
So,
symmetry, even though I love asymmetry. Like, yeah,
yeah,
taking on a trillion, or one of the things
yeah,
that is completely asymmetrical, like on one bias, like a teardrop or something like that.
yeah,
That
yeah,
it massively throws you off if you kind of don't have those training wheels the first time of knowing that you're on the right track, even if it's meat point or whatever.
yeah, yep, yeah. It's
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, Jam Cut Studios is great for that. Like it's one of my go-tos. Like I mean, also like when I'm trying a new cut, I'll be using like cheap materials, like like a good old bag of marbles, like awesome for practicing.
Everybody, that is where Manny's marbles are.
I found
He has not lost them, even though, like, I know the word on the street is that some people were wandering, but no.
I find them out bush. It's one of those weird things. I'll be out the middle of nowhere, and then there'll be a marble. I'll be like, okay, someone's going to be upset about this.
Yeah. Aw. Yeah, somebody else literally lost their marble. It's so
Out in the
sad.
bush, easy to notice,
Out
right?
in the bush, no less. Wow. Well, that might explain why they were losing their marbles like one at a time, as they were out in the bush. It's one way to get there. So yeah, the gem cut studio and the faceting, and what would you say as far as your interest in faceting as opposed to cabbing? Like, we're moving back into studio land, and if
Mm,
somebody were to walk up to you, this was actually one of the lightning round questions, but I think it's better here. If
yeah,
somebody were
yeah.
to walk up to you and ask you, like, if you could only have one machine on your desert island, and it's either a lapid, or rather a faceting machine or a cabbing machine, which one would you choose?
I'd probably lean towards the fasting machine for sure. Like there's like this place that I go to in my head when I'm fasting, and it is tranquil, it is calm, like it is hyper focused, like there could be bombs dropping around me and I wouldn't know, and I probably wouldn't care. I'd be like, just
Okay, so
yeah.
now I'm wondering if that marble that you found was more of a breadcrumb trail to lure you in some direction. Like, that actually might
Yeah.
have been some kind of a ruse there. But no, I can't agree with you more, as far as if the question were posed upon me, and I look at the different things that I could do with both machines, I think that my happy place would be in facet land for like the rest of my life, if that was going to be
See,
the
the thing
deal.
is, you can still cab with a faceting machine.
Oh,
Aha.
oh! No, you're cheating. But it's true. Like, I cabbed with the flat lap for like the longest time before I
Yeah.
ever got into
Yep.
having a proper machine. And so that's a really, really, really good chance. Or point we get to
And
have our cake and eat it too. Yep.
and
And then,
with a little bit of MacGyvering, you can actually cut rocks like a saw with your flat lap.
oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 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 you
Mm-hmm.
can. That's true too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yep.
especially if you've got one with a very good motor, that motor, you don't can you imagine being on the, like, it's kinda like that, it's like the Twilight Zone where the guy is like, last guy on Earth, but he's got like a library and he gets to enjoy like the library, but then he steps on his glasses. It's kind of like, you're on the desert island and you got your faceting machine and all of your marbles, and yet your motor burns out, you
or,
know.
or the belt brakes.
Or the belt. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I actually
Well,
ordered a backup belt for myself because, like, the last time that I was uh, ordering stuff from Facet Company, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get the parts I'm gonna stash some parts. It's kind of like when you
Hey,
drive around in your Volkswagen with an entire
yeah,
motor in the back of your
yeah.
Volkswagen, because yeah, you're gonna need it.
That's past you being nice to future you.
Yeah, that is so like me thanking me later for sure. Good point. So Tara's Treasures way back when wanted to know if marbles facet well. Do tell, do
But
tell.
they can do. Being glass, you get air bubbles in them, so that can be a bit of a pain in the butt. But as far as like learning a new cut, or even like we use glass to learn to facet with at my gem club, and it takes the stress off of, like, if you muck it up, it's a piece of glass, like, so you could just, you know, kind of have fun with the learning process. Which speaking of which, got a little Doogie Howser of rocks at our gem club, 5 years old, next
Oh
week,
my
which
gosh.
we're chucking him on the faceting machine. We've all had a little chat, and you know, we can't put him on the cabbing machines or, you know, or any other machine, but we think he might be a candidate for faceting. He's just so into it.
That is
Oh
so
my
cool.
God.
That is so cool. That's another cool thing about being part of an actual community where you've got like a club or whatever, is that you get
Yep.
to see the future in real time as far as what
Oh yeah.
the lapidary is going to be. Soul would like to know, but how would you get electricity to it if you're on a desert island? And
Coconut
Ryan,
power, baby. Coconut power.
yeah, we all become the professor, right? Like we're
Yep.
gonna do the pedal power. We got coconuts. You know, there's wind.
Bamboo.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna build some stuff. That sucker's a solar. Who knows?
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
the
gonna. Yeah.
hydroelectric plant as well too, you know.
Right. Just depends on who's on that desert isle with you. You know,
I
you
mean,
could have
like,
a physicist on there. Who knows? Like,
it's
could be
kind
able
of
to.
like how I set up this studio in a way. I got here, there was a big block of land with trees and, yeah, not much else on it, and yeah, like, got a power pole put in, got this, that, and yeah. Harvesting
Yeah.
my own rain, and yeah, so
Right. No is not an option. I
well,
love it.
what I think, I love a saying. It's like what your Marines say: improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that resonates.
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Or hooray, or however you want to put it.
Huzzah!
Yeah, huzzah! Indeed. That's just merry. Bob's Rocks is here. Good to see you. And I'm trying to make sure. Oh, Phil has it. Of course, you're going to have a whole herd of electric wheels.
Oh, genius.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Of course.
Oh,
what was
even
I
better. You know, we're already part of the scenario because Australia is a desert island. True story.
Yeah, kind of. A deserted island, maybe not. It's funny, we've actually got every biome known to, like, on this planet, on our continent. Like, we have jungle, we have desert, we have snow, like alpines, like the whole lot, the whole spectrum. The American Army comes to Australia to train because of that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
it's rowdy though when the American Army, the New Zealand Army,
no.
and the Australian
Yeah.
Army go out in town.
I don't believe you. Yeah, but I mean, I think that's also part of the selling package when you're a candidate for you know, signing up, is they're like, and we're gonna send you to Australia. You're like, okay, I want to go if that's how I go. Okay. I think that, like, we should treat these guys to a little bit of eye candy, and I think that
Okay.
that would be a couple of those films that you sent me that are of
Okay.
like some juicy rocks. And so I'm going to
Oh,
bring
yep,
this guy.
yep.
Yeah. And
Yep.
then we can, like, we'll file on down, like, you guys just settle in, get a good Steinkerns and some popcorn, because we got some stuff to cover. But
Buckle up, folks.
yeah, we've got some pretties though. So tell us about. Whoa, hey, no, come back. There we go. Where'd it
Well,
go? That's
you could
not
go
fair, Gary.
sideways with that if you wanted.
You know, the way that it's loaded right now, I'd have to back it
Okay.
out, put it in an editor, turn it sideways, and then bring it back.
Okay.
So
My bad.
I can't. I can't. But tell us, what are we
Computer
looking at?
says no.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my last parcel from Prospector Paul in Western Australia. He has access to some amazing rocks over there. And my last parcel, I got a bit of Mookai, got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Most of it's Western Australian rocks. There is the black and white rock there is an Indian agate, but everything else is Australian in there. And that Indian agate, I'm a little bit hooked on it. It takes a real nice polish that.
Tell us about the Indian agate.
It's a bit of a deceptive rock, like a lot of agates are. It just looks like this big black mass, but then when you cut into it, it just has like very beautiful black and white and grayscale kind of banding, and I just something about it. I like it. Like I used to do a lot of black and white photography when I was younger and like on film before the digital age of photography, and something about that whole black and white I love it.
Oh man,
It's
I
that
love
whole
contrast. Yeah. And
yeah.
so
Well,
that
sorry, yeah, that was like great. Like being a black and white photographer was the training for contrast and composition for me, I think.
Yeah. Bring me out of the 5 zone and put me at 2 and 8 or something.
Yeah.
So this guy that's at the top of the picture, if I had cut this without knowing where it came from, I would almost suspect that it was a Montana. And so
Oh,
it's
okay.
really, it's interesting what corollaries we have from different places in the world.
Well, I posted something on the Discord page. Like I got given a pink crazy lace agate, and trying to work out where it was from was insane. And people are showing me rocks from America, and they're like, well, that's close, but that also looks like another rock here in Australia, which I've ruled it out not to be. And but it was like the similarities of the geology and the different minerals that are coming out of the ground and the different rocks that are forming. Like you were saying, Quest for Details and Chris, like a lot of the rocks that Nate finds in California, I'm finding very similar material here in Australia, like in my rivers and creeks. And we've chatted about it, like, whoa, like they've spun out, like, it's
Don't you
crazy.
love that? Yeah,
Yeah.
the earth is just like, belching up similar stuff on different coastlines, across the globe, and that some of them have such striking similarity. And I know that there's chemical thumbprints, and you just have to wonder, like, oh my gosh, I remember Rookie was doing some thunder eggs from Australia. And, Oregon is kind of a thunder egg zone too. And I was just like, oh, I didn't know that, Australia had thunder eggs, like,
Oh,
how
we got some
cool,
ripper ones as well too.
right?
Like my favorite, and it's where I get we get the rainforest jasper that I really love as well too.
Oof,
A place
yes.
called Mount Hay, and their thunder eggs, the rhyolite's green and orange.
Hey.
And then if you're lucky, in the middle you'll get an amethyst cell. Like,
Oh, just get out of Dodge right now. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my 3 favorite colors, like green, orange, and purple. Like, give me the
Yeah.
secondaries any day of
It's
the week.
why people join the Marines, is to go out there and find that. And so
Hoorah!
Dave, welcome in. Jeanette, welcome in as well. And then I want to know what we're looking at right now as far as this breccia is concerned, because I'm like freaking out.
Well, I've got this is kind of an older stash of breccia that I pulled out because I've got more coming.
Wow, I know it. And you can only use the stuff that you have if you've got more coming, right?
That's my whole shtick. Hey, like, I'll get a nice rock, and like like the urge to cut it there and then is like, oh, but it's nice, and then like this whole conflict goes on, but if I get more of it, then it's like, well, now I've got more of it. I can sacrifice some to play with. So,
Exactly.
so
That is
this
such a
is
rule.
so this is a brecciated mookaite. And I am so looking forward to playing with this. I played around with the red and white stuff before, and it's won me prizes at my shows. So like, yeah,
Brecciated mookaite.
yeah, mate, yeah.
Like, you have just blown my mind. This is like a
Mm.
creature that I didn't
Oh,
know, like
mookaite is
new
like
level opened again.
there's some amazing varieties of mookaite. Like it is, yeah, it is probably one of my favorite jaspers, like hands down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rhyolite and mookaite, man. Like,
Yeah.
Just such gorgeous things. So
Off
much
to
potential.
the side of that breccia is the pink and brownies sort of stuff is our Australian picture jasper, which I also have some more of that coming.
So yours is like in a terminal situation of like dawn or dusk. Like, that's your picture
Yeah,
jasper. Like,
yeah,
again, you're killing
yeah.
me, Holmes.
Pink, yeah,
Wow.
pink sky in the morning, sailor's warning. Like it's
Yeah.
but
Or red
it's
skies at night, sailor's
yeah.
delight.
So yeah, I had and I broke my rule with this one. I only had one piece of it. I went, oh, I gotta do it. So, but I have ordered more.
As long as we have more on the way, then we're good. And
Skipped a step in my process.
Yes, Dad's Rocks is digging your stew with the slurry gravy. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Rockhounds prefer this kind.
Yeah.
But we have another one. So once again, just fill everybody in on who you got this pan from, and then we'll go on to the next one.
So I'm not sure if all you guys know, there's another Paul in our Australian rockhounding community, and that's Paul the Rockhound. He's really good friends with Jess. He makes some great videos, and he's a big part of the I think he's a member of the Gold Coast Gem Club down there, and he's the saw guy there. I got a little bit of a collaboration coming with him later. I gave him some of my bigger rocks that I've been wanting to get cut open, and he took them down to his club and busted them open for me. And I'm very, very impressed with what's come out of some of those. So that's some future videos coming up. Just but he came around in person, like, and gave the gift of rocks, and like it was only meant to be a little drop in and say good day and meet in person, and yeah, end up being about half an hour chat. His poor wife was sitting in the car like,
oh no.
Yeah,
okay.
I felt bad, but we just was, you know what it's like when you like in real life you get to meet someone and then rocks, show and tell and story time, and yeah. So
I can't tell you how many times a meetup that was supposed to be a quick drop, turns into a half an hour, an hour. Just spouses beware. Come on. Don't sit in a hot car.
Yeah.
Or
she had
have
the
a
aircon
drink.
going. Had the aircon going. So, but they were late to lunch. Just let's say that.
Oh, Polly. All right. Thank you for filling us in. And so we've got some other like serious like candy going on here. I mean, that looks like a slice of something that would taste good.
I believe it's like a breccia, like a rhyolite and jasper breccia, he was saying.
Yeah.
That's found like this. A lot of these rocks are found around where Rookie finds a lot of his rocks in northern New South Wales and southern Queensland.
Nice.
So, and a few ring-ins from over in Western Australia as well too. Like behind that one is a piece of merlinite, I believe.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that kind of has like the look of some of our pudding stone too.
Yep. Yeah, it does look very much like that.
Oh, good Lord. What is going on here in that like beautiful murky water?
Okay, so there's a little sneak peek. So you've got that pudding stone, and then there's another kind of rhyolite, and then there's a purple stone, which is purple lepidolite. And then
Oh,
and then
lepidolite.
next to that is rainforest jasper, and it's a very, very nice piece. This is to go to show like what kind of guy Paul is. Like, didn't come around and bring me rocks, he brought me slabs. He just knows me so well. Like, slabs straight into it. So, but that lepidolite, I'm really like, I've already cut some of this up in preparation for gabs. And the lepidolite,
is it sugary or is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it pretty sugary? Yeah.
But it'll be a learning experience, and it will be a precursor for what's coming in my next rock package parcel from Prospector Paul, which is blue lepidolite, which is apparently something that is a very rarity. Getting some of that. Getting some of that sent over. So I'm going to have a play around with the purple lepidolite and see how that handles.
Yeah, cut your teeth on that other before you get into the rare stuff. And Tara is talking about my partner walked through the room and says it looks like quiche, and I think she's talking about that beautiful pudding quiche that Nanny made. That's delightful. Yeah. What are you watching? Is this a rock show or a kitchen show? Cooking. Yeah.
That's one of my first art was learning how to cook.
Well, obviously you did well. Look at what you've got. And we have something burned down here, actually.
Oh, yep. I believe that is like some sort of ironstone jaspery kind of amalgamation. The greeny stuff down the bottom is praise. And there was a few other
kind of chrysoprase kind of
stuff. The praise.
Praise.
Just praise. Praise.
All right.
Yeah. It's like the jasper version of chrysoprase, if that makes sense. It's So it's opaque, not very translucent. And where chrysoprase is clear and translucent. So
and edible. It's so delicious. I want to eat it so bad. That's a stone that I always buy more of before I cut all of it, because I have an appetite. And Dad's Rocks is wondering, is that Prospector Paul? And we got a couple Pauls over there. You want to clarify?
Yeah. There's 3 Pauls in my world that are full on rock. Like, I've got a Paul at our club, and he's the silversmith, and then Rockhound Paul the Rockhound, and then Prospector Paul over in Western Australia. Super nice guy. Like, definitely go check out his channel, and he ships all over the world. So he's very, very affordable, and it's his full-time gig now. So he's always very happy to take orders, and like when you're buying rocks by the kilo at the prices that he's selling, and don't forget, you guys in the States, your dollar is still strong, so when he says it's $20 a kilo, it's like $15 a kilo for you guys,
Right. It's feeling a little meek here, but it's good to know it's strong somewhere. And Phil is saying Paul 3D prints his vibratory tumbler bowls. Oh, that's so cool.
I believe he's just done that. Yep.
Right on. And
3D printers, something.
Someday.
Technology. Technology is a better stick.
One of these days. You said it.
I could find some use for that.
So Dave Lou is saying, looks like ocean picture stone. Looks a little like, not so much.
No.
Not yet. Do we get some?
Other end of the planet, isn't it? Isn't that like Dan Hurd stuff that he mines?
Yeah. He's saying that it looks like it. And that would come from Canada, but we were talking about having the Earth's weird fingerprints on a lot of different stuff. So who knows?
This I know the stuff he's talking about. It's not yeah, not quite the same. It's more of a I don't know. Yeah, more jaspery than chalcedony, like that kind of
Gotcha.
stuff. But yeah.
And Jerry wants to know a kilo. What's that?
Oh, I was all up on Imperial, and you guys,
Oh yeah, and
uh,
Spot, I know that postage is getting us all. I don't even know what the postage is right now going there because everything's all weirded out with, additions. Like it's never just what
yep.
they say anymore.
Uh,
Like I try to
I don't
send
know.
stuff for what they say and they don't get there the same. Yeah.
I just had something on postage. Had something sent from the UK. Holy heck! The British, like the Royal Postage Service. Like I ordered something on Friday, it arrived on Thursday. Like for international stuff, like I've ordered stuff from the States, and 3 months later,
Right. Same
oh yeah,
here.
that's
Like
right, yeah,
the obverse, like I'm waiting for opals for like 3 months,
yeah.
keep on checking, where is it? Oh, it's in LA. Like I don't know why, but okay. But yeah, that's phenomenal that it got out to you that
Yeah,
fast. Like maybe we should all be using, what did you say? It's the Royal Post? We could all
the
just
Royal Post, yeah.
use the Royal Post here in the States.
Bit cheeky.
Right.
Oh, did
Okay,
you
I'm
want your cup of tea with that?
you know it, right? Right? They would be so courteous and,
Yep.
jolly and maybe even with silly walks or something. So what do we have here? Oh, look, it's Rashawn. It's Rakakan. Rakakan, rock on. It's the Mad Rock Hounder. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, g'day, Rashaan. This is some I believe it's some banded rhyolite from the northern New South Wales area. Again, it's something that Paul found himself and he's been cutting up.
Nice.
He's attending, I think, a gem show this weekend, so he's been mad busy slabbing everything up. So
Wow, that is such a that's the praise, and it's such a good color. Those are my
yeah.
colors right now.
Yeah, well,
It's
it
so
goes
nice.
from that kind of that vibrant turquoisey blue. You can even get it almost to a point where it's almost like jade, like a real verdant dark green. So
Oh,
yeah. The sad thing is where you see those yellow kind of striation like lines,
uh-huh.
that kind of when you're polishing it, it kind of pits out,
Mm.
which is like a little bit
Undercuts
like when
there. Yeah.
yeah, yep, and it'll go holy and kind
So
of.
you could cut around that. I mean, you've got some Irish
Most
Spring
definitely.
soap on either side that you could definitely cull.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes if you're lucky, it'll just be like a surface level sort of thing. But sometimes it goes right through, and it's like but yeah, you just cut around it, like you said. So
What's that underneath the red?
I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit.
I
That's why I'm
know.
going. "Eh?" and I'm still kind of.
You need the jeweler's loop that I had earlier. Here you go.
um,
Okay.
I,
Well, I won't ask you
uh,
that question
no, no,
then,
no, no. I believe that
officially.
might be some more rhyolite that
It
Paul
does look
found as well too. Yeah,
rhyolitic
he's on the rhyolitic trip at the moment. So,
Cool.
and he's finding some really interesting stuff. Like, and it's the rocks that you'd kind of just walk past. You wouldn't really think too much about picking up and taking home and putting through the saw, but sometimes they're just the wicked rad ones, like
You
like
know, I feel so much that way about many of the rocks that we encounter that some people would be like, that's the matrix. Like,
mm,
the
yep,
stromatolite that I was talking about before, this stuff. Oh my gosh, this is such a big rock. I like it's literally by my chair because I love it so much. I've been like,
It's your emotional support rock.
it is. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. So that's the stromatolite.
Will they let you into Walmart with that? Or? Do you need a permit? We have to have permits for our support animals here.
They back off a little when they see the girl with the big rock. You know, they don't want to deal with it. They're like, we're not getting paid enough to deal with that. And so I go where I want to with my rock. But anyway, so the stromatolite is actually the matrix for some of the blue forest material, guys. And so you've got this beautiful limb casting, but you have this amazing stromatolite that's like the redheaded stepchild. And it totally happens with some of the rhyolites that contain some of the thunder eggs, or that flow someplace where you're not expecting to see precious
even
stone.
Some basalts can be really interesting, like
right?
like granites and all sorts of
like the andesite and the daceites and we got pretty rocks, people, and so don't they need love too. They need your love. Consider
Indeed.
adopting one of these rocks.
We're all about being inclusive.
We are so potentially too inclusive here. That being said, let's switch gears just a tiny bit. I wanted to get into some of the stuff that you've been that you've been up to. We saw that super cool little track about your outdoor studio.
Just kind of getting set up out here.
Wow!
Fired up, Chief.
Yeah. We've got Manny Mischief Station here. Tell us a little bit about your outdoor studio here.
I'm burning stuff. I'm melting it. I'm having fun. Oh my god, so much fun! So much fun. It should be illegal,
right?
My god, like nothing like what I imagined. Like my imagination is vivid and rampant and wild, and I'll just put this in there and do and a bit of fire and we're sandcasting.
Good, right?
Big learning curve here.
There's that. We'll get into that part. Like let's stick with the glory just for a couple more minutes, and then we'll go into the agony of these feet and things like that. But
as of last night, I successfully, in my humble opinion, I successfully had a good cast. Ooh. and I casted something that I could potentially turn into jewelry. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna leave that as a cliffhanger. Do I have one of the pictures of that?
Yes.
To show?
Yeah.
Okay. So good. Yep. So we'll show that a little bit later. But what we're looking at right now, I'd like you to just thumbnail what we're looking at, because there's so many people that don't have enough room to create the things that they want to. This is a summer studio style setup, and tell them how you did this.
Okay, so it's just a cheap kind of outdoor gazebo. This time last year I set one up. I went away to do judging and for the weekend, and I came back. Like I seriously had like 2 days in it. Then I went away, came back, and a storm rolled through and destroyed it all. So, that was last year. And kind of like, okay, I'm going to take that as a sign. Yeah, big time. I got home and it was buckled and all. I was like, oh man. Part of it was my own fault. I didn't have it weighed down properly and pegged down, and where it was pegged down, the ground got that wet that the pegs gave way, and it was just so I learned from my mistake, and I got some big base weights for this one, and it's so far holding up, but the timer is on. So this is a temporary solution.
Yeah.
I'm working towards like something a little bit more rigid and solid and a little bit more permanent. But yeah, so it's just a little gazebo. I got some sidewalls in for to block the wind, and then this construction in front of us is an old school table from one of the local schools. I scored a couple of them, like just the frame.
Ah, yeah.
Put some wood on it. I've got concrete board, made some walls. That kind of square in the corner there is a big concrete paver, and yeah, and it's just like I had to play around with melting some silver at the club and realized that this was not an inside my living studio activity. So is part of the reason why I've kind of been putting off doing the sand casting, and the urge just has gotten so strong that I had to put up a new marquee and then a new gazebo and build this and just get into it. And so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up, and Rashawn was saying, hopefully none of them big nasty storms come your way, Manny, and mess it up again. But like so the outdoor studio is definitely a transient creature. It's for the fair weather, but it's definitely a thing to consider if you've got the studio work that you'd like to do that is somewhat toxic, where there are
Yep.
fumes involved, where you might want to not have the materials actually, become airborne and rest somewhere else in a room in your
Yep.
household. And so the outdoor studio is just a way to fix some of these problems, even if it's just a messy job. Like, of course, you'd want to do all your woodworking sort of in a shop or outside. And some of the work that you do with sanding, say for silversmithing, is so messy that you definitely would love to just take the whole thing outside and let the mess just be part of what is outside and not be part of your studio. Plus the vitamin D that you're getting, and the birds are chirping and the sun's
Yep.
shining. You actually see your project differently because you're
Yep.
seeing the true light on your project, maybe for the first time, because a lot of us do work inside. And so,
Yeah.
if it's a piece that has color change or schiller, or a stone that, is less remarkable or inside than when you see it outside, it's very useful to be doing some of this work outside.
Yep. And on the flip side of good lighting, playing with fire at night in the dark, so much fun.
Right?
Lights out.
Yeah, Manny hasn't been putting on fire dancing shows out in his tent or anything. But if
I'm
you
sure
do
the neighbors
see,
are like, they'll just see this like instant like flame. Flame up.
right, what in the world is that guy doing? But so not only is it a pleasure to be outside, but it's very, very functional. And so just
Yeah.
when you're creating your outdoor studio, you can always think about how you can make it somewhat mobile. Like some of the
Mhm.
things that I take outside have casters, and so that thing can be wheeled back in and out and in and out, because guess what, Oregon has rain too, and gets storms like up out of nowhere. And so, I can just trolley the stuff in and out, and create the workspace that I need, even just for the day. And Manny would love to just cough up a reaction to that.
Yeah, yep. Like, sorry.
Sorry about that.
Like, for the most part, all of that sits outside. I've got a two little boxes that I can carry very easily with all the other bits and bobs. So this stuff is permanently set up outside now. And yeah, like when I want to do my sand casting, I'll just bring out the two little boxes and set them up, and I'm off. That's
Nice.
that's a picture of a little handmade, stuck out in the bush, had to work out a solution, ingot mold. I had the opportunity, I got offered like a chance to play around with my my new sand casting kit at the club. One of the club members wanted me to help him by recycling all his offcuts. which I was like, this could be a good little side hustle.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Very
and
good. Yes.
yeah, so instead of waiting, like, because I'm out bush, it takes a bit of time for things to get out here. So instead of waiting, I read somewhere that you could just make it up out of hardwood, and so
Nice.
that was
Boom.
a few different little shapes and sizes. He just bought a rolling mill as well too, and that's what kind of motivated him to get this done. So
So we love low tech, right? And
Mhm.
look at this, guys. This is the way that the theys used to do it anyway. If you don't have an ingot mold, guess what? I'm not hearing your sadness because
Improvise,
because
adapt,
yes,
overcome.
yes,
Hoorah!
yes, hoorah, and hooray, and huzzah, and all the things.
Huzzah!
Randall would like to say, I used to love doing sand castings in dental school at 3 a.m. after all the work for the patients were done. Casting centrifuges are a trip in pitch dark. LOL. I
Oh,
bet.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many
Spinning
dentists,
molten fire. Yeah.
right? How cool. Yeah. Like when we should be
Tick, tick, tick.
sleeping. Yeah. But I get it. And I do know quite a few dentists that do, other like for fun metal work because
So would that be rotary flam? No. Rotary flammerus?
yeah, rotary flammerous, yes. Flamiferous. That, exactly. Thank you, Randall. And let's ring the bell for Stage Rat here really quick. Thank you so much. A new created. Let's ring it. You have a swag cup. You're cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That did not go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Who did the graphics for that? Who?
I did.
Yeah, it's some guy that we know.
Yeah, just knocked up in between coffees.
Right. In between doing mad graphics on railway cars. Someday. Okay, so we have this cool thing. Let's watch this.
Years for me to
Oh, listen. Can you hear that?
Seeing ancient artifacts in
Can you
books
hear
of
it?
things that had been cast
Manny?
in bronze,
Yep.
silver, and
Okay.
gold, and was instantly fascinated with the process of precious metal casting. This was at a time when getting information to be able to even think of attempting this was well out of my reach. But here we are now, finally getting one step closer to this dream by melting scrap and turning it into ingots.
Okay, so there you saw the master actually conjure fire with his rig, and so that was a little short that you put up on the
Yeah, on the
socials?
channel. Yeah, that's the raw kind of version of it with the voiceover. I do a lot of the voiceover stuff because I want to capture the visual and concentrate on the visual. And if you kind of talk it over it and then you go back and you're editing bits and pieces out, it gets a bit discombobulated. So yeah, so so doing the voiceover is something that I've kind of adapted. But what I was saying in the video was that I remember looking at artifact like museum books and seeing all the brass and the bronze, ancient artifacts and things that are casted, and always wondered how they made them, and then like slowly figuring out they melted them, like more books. And having the internet now, like it's amazing. Like I'm a visual learner, so like I want to learn something, I'll just jump on YouTube or jump on Google, and bang, like it's there for me to digest.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole journey with the sand casting's been for me. It's been like something I've wanted to do for a lot of years, and now I've got access to the information and the resources to be able to do it. It's like, well, here we go.
Yeah, there's so many here we goes that like
Yeah.
I fully endorse following, but yeah, sand casting is so definitely one of them. And I mean, even if you're just reclaiming your metals, then why not, right?
Yeah, yep,
You're
yeah.
firing it up anyway, why not cast it?
Yeah, 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 and I'm learning a little bit more about metallurgy as well too, which is really interesting. There's
Oh
so
yeah.
many little like side quests that open up once you start. Like you get one piece of equipment, and you're like, oh yeah, you can do this. Like so, sand casting, I've got the blowtorch for that, and oh, I've got to buy this, or I've got to buy that. So I've got all the sand casting kit, but with just a few little additions, you can kind of turn this way and go, oh, let's have a go at enameling, hey?
Ah, he
Like
said
that
magic words for me. Yeah, no
segue.
kidding.
So like it's like, oh well, I don't need too much more to have, and then when you got a brain like mine, and we're like, oh, what if I sandcast something? Then I enameled it. It's just like worlds
Boom. Yeah.
colliding. Like whoa.
Yeah.
Down the rabbit
Ryan
hole
would
we
like
go.
to, yeah, here we go. Ryan would like to note that you have a great narration voice. At least I think that that's what he was trying to say, and I would agree. And then Randall is asking Mahnee, is that acacia wood or one of its relatives? It can't be eucalyptus. It didn't explode into flames. And so he's wondering, yeah, what wood might be a good idea for this?
A hardwood, yeah, definitely without the eucalyptus oil. I believe this is like an ironbark. Just off the top of my head, it's got like the wood underneath was very red.
Ah, uh-huh.
Yeah, which is
All right.
a very common wood out this way.
And Resort Dog is saying soak the wood and it won't burn. When I guess he was talking about doing glass blowing. That's interesting.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Well, see,
charcoal also helps.
Oh, yep. Yeah, well, that on some of the pieces, like, yeah, the charcoal added some really interesting textural effects. So I'm like, oh, so there's some experiments that I want to do with like this actually as a way of casting stuff. There was a video I saw the other day, and this lady just had a faceted sapphire, sitting on her workbench, heated up some silver and just poured it over it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've totally seen that. Yeah,
yeah. I'm like, wow. All right, if you maybe kind of made a mold for a shape, to hold the bubble in.
Yep.
Yeah. So tick 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 tick.
Yeah.
We go.
And some of you guys who do a lot of silversmithing already know that you use like a charcoal block if you're going to make spheres. If you're going to burn out. Yeah. And so like that's one of my standard materials is a big charcoal brick, and you can make a line so that you can form puddles that way, or whenever I'm making balls out of the silver, if you don't have anything that will impede the silver, then it will, just like a bubble, create a ball by itself. It's physics. Yeah. And so we have a picture here that's showing off your safety matches. And by the way, also the silver ingots that were poured into.
Yeah. So that was the results of the first kind of play around with my torch at the Gem Club, making the ingots, and that was all the silver that we salvaged. The two little end ones, like the little blob and the little stripe at the end, we believe some other metals got mixed in with it. Like there might have been a spring and a catch left over, or something. Or something. And this, like, if you're salvaging your metals and you've got those clasps with the spring loaded clasps, pull them apart, because the spring itself is steel, and it will mess.
Man, that is good advice.
Yeah, it'll mess with your paw. Like yeah, those two were really difficult to get out, and we were he was poking with long tweezers trying to get, you know, the bits out while I'm, you know, trying to heat it and liberate it, and it was a little bit hectic.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you don't want to ruin your
but
crucible either with something like
yeah,
that.
well that's yes. Yes.
Yes.
I found that out. I think there was a photo in amongst that stuff with the copper crucible that I think will be framed as artwork now, because
Oh dear.
I don't think I'm getting the getting whatever's in there out again.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to look for it, but we're seeing all the little bits and pieces that
Yep.
created the workspace for you.
Yeah,
And
so
I
it's
mean,
a
like,
built-in process.
honestly, it's not beyond anybody's you know, ability to get something
If
like
you've
that
got
done.
if you've got a meter squared space, like you've got a studio. Is in my books, you know, like
Yeah, right?
yeah, like I don't I don't kind of buy into I don't have the space sort of
Okay, I think I'm
like
finding some
well
yeah.
I had a recording studio in a cupboard once, you know, like when the
That
passion
is
is real,
awesome.
man, like you will turn any space into usable space, like yeah.
Uh-huh. Did you find Han Solo in there?
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a beautiful view out of your shop space,
Yeah, yep.
and then we've got the sun going down on a crucible, but that's
Yeah,
probably
yep.
not the one that you were talking about, but I like all of the torch marks on the stuff in the foreground. That's excellent. I love that.
Yep.
Oh, and we've got this here.
Oh, so that was like after like the first night of you know, setting up to record the whole process of sand casting. The first kind of thing I wanted to do was see if I could get copper to melt. Now, getting copper to melt, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Getting it to flow, I didn't
Ah,
realize that, you know, like melting. Yep, no drama. I'm like, I could do it with my little silver, you know, soldering torch. I can melt, you know, making little flat ends. You know, I've got nap gas. Like this should be like a, you know, easy peasy. No,
uh-huh.
but I had to see it, like, you know, for it to lock in to go. Oh, okay, right.
Did you did you try flaking some of the borax on there?
Yep.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
did all the things. And okay, all
Yeah.
right.
In the end, I ended up. I had some master alloys, and for anyone that doesn't know, a master alloy is something that you mix with either gold or silver. The master alloy I had was for silver, and it had the bits and bobs you needed to make pure silver into 925 silver. So it
Nice.
was a bit of zinc and some other alloys. After like going on our Discord group, and Tom from the Shire Post that recently joined the group, he's very into his metal casting, and he does it on a big scale. A lot of his stuff from his store is professionally made like castings, and he's like, well, to get the flow copper to flow properly, you need to incorporate an alloy. So that's why I went and jumped in. Well, I've got a bit of master alloy out here. I'll have a play around with that, and it kind of worked. There's still the bowl's still a mess, like the crucible's still a mess, but
Oh, bummer.
but you know, it was like that was like the first kind of okay, like, you know, the realization that, you know, the dream, the fantasy, you know, like versus the hard science and the reality, like science and art, you know, like, you know, going head at it.
Yeah.
So and you
Yeah,
know,
there's
I
the
mean
ideal and then what
um
happens actually.
the two walk hand in hand, you know, like science
Oh,
and art,
yeah.
like and this was, you know, like I really appreciated this lesson. And then the second like thing that I attempted was, well, I'm not going to be skunked. So I had silver that I'd got given from helping Paul melt down his scrap. He gave me a little ball of silver to play around with, and then I had little bits and pieces that I collected and a couple of failed jewelry pieces. And I went, all right, well, I'm not going to be skunked. I'm going to melt that and do a sand cast, and had enough to pour the sprue and the sprue only. So
Oh my gosh. And so really quick,
that was, and that's the same night, you know, like,
oh, that's tragic. So really quick for those that are watching, and you actually have like you can use this as a diagram, but what is the sprue that you poured? What would if they're looking at this picture here, what part of this picture would be the sprue?
I did a top-loaded pour, so you can't actually see the sprue from there, but it's the hole and the funnel that you pour the molten metal into to get into the cavity where your design is.
So the sprue would be just the entryway. So let's just say that instead of filling the house with silver, you just got the foyer. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
we got the door done.
yeah, that's it. And so you can see how this would be somewhat tragic.
And I mean, like, sand castings are like, there's multifacets to it, and as far as skill sets go. So the melting and the pouring of the metal is one aspect of it, but also the mold making and packing the sand down and getting, you know, like getting it so that the metal will pour all the way through and, you know, into the cavity, into the cabin, and then, you know, also you got to have it like vents on the side of it so that air can escape and create the vacuum that sucks the metal down the hole in the first place. Like, yeah, because like the molten metal will go down the hole, and if there's no room for the air to get pushed out, then you'll have another unsuccessful kind of cast as well too. So the mold making, like, it took me all, like, a good part of the night to, you know, about 3 or 4 goes. Like, I'd muck up the mold, and then I'd muck up one part of the mold, and, oh, that's right, and, you know, trying to remember the videos that I watched. And so it was a good, as much of the night was making the mold as it was melting the metals. So at the very end of the night, I was like, oh, I don't want to be completely skunked. And that's when I remembered I had the bronze past me, looking out for future me. And I was like, well, I've got both enough, and I should be able to melt and get this to flow. So I wanted to be able to at least do something. And that's when I just, in the ingot molds, I made a new one for myself. The other one's at the club, but that's when I was able to cast just this little blob of bronze. And I've been carrying that around with me ever since. So it's been about a week and a half or so since I made that one. And
nice.
yeah, just percolating on, you know, what went wrong, what went right, what I need to do, you know, what I can try, all the different, just processing, like, the whole experience, basically. Like, I gave one of my favorite movies is Men in Black, and I can't remember if it was the second or the third one, but there's a scene where they're in the cafe and they have a pie moment where you don't think about anything that you're trying to think about, and you just sit down and eat a piece of pie, and then whatever you're thinking about will solve in your brain. So that's kind of
right.
so that carrying this around kind of was a long extended pie moment.
Right. And so again, a callback is to the left is a sprue. That's a sprue by itself, and then to the right is an actual piece that's been sand cast. And then Randall is saying fractures in the sand can really mess up a precision casting like gold crowns. No kidding. As a dentist, that would be like aggravating. Ask me how I know. And then also, are you using common river sand as the investment?
No.
And go.
No.
No.
It is it's a special sand mix. I'm not 100% sure, but there's like a petrochemical that they use in to bind it. The sand itself is a super, super, super fine. It's almost like that kinetic sand, like when you squish it, like it'll just hold its shape. And Yeah, it's like there's a few different variations. Some people have their own recipes, proprietary, but it's a red kind of sand mix. Um, yeah, it's my first time being exposed to it. So, from the best way to describe it would be like that kinetic sand where it just clumps and holds together.
Yeah, there's an oil that I believe is added to it, and
I
so
believe,
as you're pouring the casts, you remove the sand that has been burned, and
yeah, yep,
so it's reusable because all of that sand around the casting that didn't get burned is all stuff that you can reuse again. But you clean out the burnt out sand, and I have a feeling it's because it's not, adhering anymore like the stuff that is oiled
yep.
and congealed nicely together. And dependent on how it's a clay, and that's why the sand casting is
Well,
red, isn't it?
yeah,
Is it like a red clay?
yes, I believe so. Well, yeah, they call it Delft clay, and then
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
Petrobond clay, and
There's
there's a
a
few
yes,
different
exactly.
different recipes. And then like when you get into the commercial side, like the industrial side of sand casting, you have green sand, which is different again, like but same sort of principle. Just
Yeah,
dealing
and I'm
with
sure there's like
higher heat
a
temperatures.
consistent, a grain size that they like for it,
Yep.
and so it seems very consistent when you're working with it. Now,
With the
that being
Delft clay,
said,
that the grain size is what gives you the detail in your casting. Like
bing.
that's yeah.
Yes.
Choo, 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 choo.
Ting, ting, ting. Um, so what's interesting though is that I have watched some different artists working with the different casting clays, and they will integrate other kinds of sand,
Oh, okay.
and I've seen some artists just only use sand, but they've figured out what to add to the sand to make it more cohesive so that it will bond together long enough for there to be a fairly good casting where you're getting detail. And in
Oh,
in
okay.
in
Yep.
cases where you don't need a whole lot of detail, and maybe you're going for that organic pocky look that the sand
Hmm.
gives you, then you can go ahead and use the other kinds of sand. Like there's a New Zealand artist that actually really was the influence on me that I absolutely had to do it. And she would go out to these beaches and collect some of the sand and then make her own pardon me, sand casting clay there and
Yep.
pour there. Because
Yep.
if you think about it, all you really need is the thing that you're going to cast, like to make the mold out of,
Yep.
so if it's a ring, or if it's, you saw with Manny's, it was a design that became a pendant. So you need that, and then you need a torch, and you need your sand, and you need your little, a crucible, and your the holder, the mold for all of this. But that's really it. So it's very mobile. And so she'd go out to the beaches and pour these sentimental pieces
Yep.
right there. And I was like, I'm done. Like, I need that in my life. I live at the beach. Like, how cool. And so I've actually integrated some sand into the sand that I'm using, not only for the organic texture, but also because, like, then it came from this place, and there's
Yep.
something so special about that. And so anyways, that's part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the materials used to make the art, like, and the tools used to make the art were found by the artist. Yeah, it's the whole provenance of, like from start to finish. Like, there's a
Who
location.
was she was a sandwich. She was. She's amazing. All right, you win. That was pretty good. And Petrobon is another name for the oil-based Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we
I
got it,
mean,
and then
back in the day, like ancient times, they wouldn't have had the Petrobond chemicals. So, like, and
right.
sandcasting, has been around for forever. So, probably, using, sand in itself probably would have been like a very go-to thing
So,
or clay.
yeah, and this is what Tara was actually asking was, is the sand the same for all materials? And she later talked about how she's watched the aluminum casting, like how
Yep.
they'll cast like an entire sand, or rather, ant farm, like
Yeah. Yep.
a,
Yeah.
a colony, that sort of thing. And so I would say that, like, I don't know that much about it, but obviously if you're casting a precious metal, you want that to be some pretty fine stuff.
Yep.
You want to be able to control the variable, and so you're not looking for coarse sand, you're not looking for something that's not going to hold together. You need it to kind of be good.
Um, I watched a video, and it's from the guy that made the Hall's faceting machine, and he used to cast the basin that the platter sits in,
Oh yeah.
uh, and part of the frame was cast, and he did all of that himself in the blistering heat of the North Queensland sun, like.
Wow.
Oh man, but he had like a full blast furnace like set up for doing his machines, and when he do batches, the green sand has a higher heat resistance for alloys and different metals, I believe, and yeah, the Delft clay has, like as you said, like you burn off parts that come into contact with the metal, has a lower heat resistance than the
Right.
stuff that they use for the metals and the alloy casting.
But
So
incredible fidelity. Like,
yes, yeah,
you
yeah,
can almost get filigree done with it. I mean,
yep,
it's really impressive. And me, I actually like the sandiness. Like, I like the organic texture. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I was actually a little disappointed when I did my first couple of projects. I hollowed out some fossil shells, and I had worked them fairly thin, and you can see this in a maker's challenge actually. And so it was like the
Oh yeah,
skeleton
I remember that.
innards,
Yeah, yep,
yeah, of a spiral shell, like a gastropod.
yep.
And yeah, fossil gastropod. And like, so I cast it, and you saw me make sprues, and you saw me make half casts and all that kind of stuff. But when I finally got it done and it was full and it was beautiful, it was like too perfect. Like,
Yeah, yep.
like I wanted the sand to be
You wanted a
part
bit of
of the,
you
yeah.
wanted a bit of wabi sabi.
I wanted the wabi sabi. And so I learned exactly, Manny. And so I learned that I should, I need to add back some of the beach sand when I want the wabi sabi to be there.
Yeah.
And so, you get to know your medium, and then you have the vision for your project, and you can kind of tweak it so that it works this way. And so I have some of the clay that was originally, I've been using the Delft clay, and so I have a package of that in Tupperware that is, so here's this sand added to this, and it's
Yep.
this ratio, and I keep it separate so that I know this is what this is, and then I have the other stuff over there. So
I swear, if the police ever raided my place and they found a little bit like this little white powder and this little bag, like so many baggies.
I got so many little baggies, and dude, that's borax. I swear it's just borax. I got 3 fingers of borax in that.
Like whenever I'm taking polishing powder in for someone at the club, I label it so
Oh,
clearly.
yeah, right. That's cerium oxide.
No, you
That's
don't want to
hilarious.
snort that.
No. Horse. That's horse. Jahik's here. Good to see you. And
Happy
so
birthday.
Oh,
The other
happy
day too.
birthday. That's right. Oh my gosh. Happy birthday.
Steinkerns,
So, yes,
bells.
Steinkerns. And let's do both. Let's do both. What am I doing? Hopefully you are feeling groovy too, Jahik. Thanks for thanks for joining us, and cheers, mate.
No
Excellent.
worries, Cobber.
All right, and so here's your piece and the crucible, and that's not looking too ugly. That still looks like a pretty virgin.
That's wabi sabi. That was a step closer, to achieving what I set out to do, and I was very happy with this. Like, I got the sprue. Then the realization came, like, yeah, you've casted it, but the job's not done. You got to get the sprue off, and then a little bit of cleanup, and a little bit of this, and then I probably shouldn't have put the sprue over the whole part. Yeah, okay. Now I'm going to have to drill that out.
Nah, it's all good. I mean, I always feel like the sand casting. Yeah, I mean, the sand casting, if it sidles anywhere close to being what I wanted it to be, then I would call that a success. Yeah, for sure.
I think that one's going to be a prime candidate for playing around with some enameling at some point. That'll be a little guinea pig piece, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, let me scroll on back, because we want to. Okay. So guinea pig piece for enameling. I do have like some pictures for the pictures for the enameling. Here we go. There's another piece that's kind of like it. Yeah.
That was the final piece last night that I did.
Oh, congratulations! That's fresh.
Yeah. That's the piece that I feel. Right. I've done it. I've achieved what I've set out to do. The aha moment. Like, it very closely resembles what it was to be casted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was very chuffed about this. Like, this was it's been a long journey. Like, like the whole in my head, like, I want to have a go at this, and to actually have a go at it, like, wow, like bucket list tick. Yep. Now to kind of take it and go further with it, and like, yeah, already like the ideas came racing in, like, all right, this works, that doesn't work, like the whole refining of the process. But yeah, this is a special little piece. Yeah, very happy
totally.
with that.
And so what's cool about this is that this actually segues over to the enameling thing really nicely. What makes this a good candidate for enameling?
The different in the height, and like how there's like a kind of flower shape. Like, I used leather stamping tools to on wax to make the mold for this, and having the different elevations works with a few different styles of enameling. Like it. I think it's sorry, I've got it written down here. Baz Taylor style of enameling, where you have high points and low points, and
So Tara's Treasures is asking, so this is bronze, question mark? Can you melt down bronze statuettes and lamps and stuff? Bronze is so reasonable compared to other metals.
Yes. Short answer, yes.
Yeah. And so explain really quick, if you can, the different alloys of bronze, because when she's talking about, wow, okay, bronze statuettes and lamps and stuff, she's a thrifter. And so you're going to be finding stuff, and how do you not know what you're getting when you are looking at that stuff, because bronze is such an umbra of a term?
Yeah, well, for the most part, there's three different ingredients in bronze, but two usually 2 at a time. So copper's the main ingredient, and then depending on the color of the bronze, you can have either tin or zinc. Now for enameling, you want it to have the tin. This allows, because when the metal cools down, it'll shrink, like when it's hot, and it shrinks. And when the glass, with glass powder, cools down, you want it to kind of shrink at the same sort of like the same kind of speed. Otherwise, you get cracks, I believe, and
Yeah.
all sorts of yucky stuff.
Yeah. And so go ahead.
Yeah, so yes, like you can melt down bronze. If you want to enamel with it, you just need to make sure that it's the copper variation, not the zinc one.
Right. And good morning, Romania. And so here we have
Howdy.
a pour, like an ingot pour, and we
Yep.
have a couple of your actual castings.
So
And
kind of the 3 steps to success. So it was the blob first to see, you know, like that I could, it would flow, it would melt, it would pour.
right. So you know, this whole enamel thing, people probably already know that I'm completely hook, line, and sinker enthralled with it. And you just described how come having these different heights of a metal piece would help with being able to do the enameling. And so do you want to thumbnail what it is that you are doing with the enamel really quick, and I'll pull up the enamel pictures here really quick.
My idea, like for these pieces, is like starting off with using the like a water-based enamel, so you can use dry powder, like dry glass powder, and you can sift it over things, or you can mix the powder up with a little bit of water, and you can end up painting with it. That's some of the enamels in there. And so being able to paint with it, with the having kind of like the walls and the 3-dimensional aspect of the pendant, would allow for it to sit in the spots that you want. Like, so I could keep the outside of that shape, you know, bronze, and then had the inside, you know, colored like a flower or something like that.
Right. And so these enamels, you torch them, and so we're already set up for the sand casting. Why not just do the enamels already? as Manny was saying. And so we've got these.
When I bought my faceting machine, it came with that box of enamels. Like,
Which
how
absolutely
cool is that?
blows my mind, because, you know, so Manny was saying, like, I think I have enamels someplace. And I'm like, I'm going crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs about enamels. Like, you got to find your enamels, dude. And so sure enough, like this strange, you know, crazy connection, like the faceting and the enamels, like it's in the faceting machine box. Of course that's where it is. I mean, that just blew me away. Oh, hey, Nomad Wishing Stone is here. Good to see you, Kai.
Howdy.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I tore the studio apart looking for what box I thought the enamels were in, but was totally not the box I thought it was in. So they
and I'm
eluded
sure
me for so long.
We've all experienced that problem in our studios. Like, you know, oh my gosh, which standard mailing box is that one thing in? Because like, there's so many. But Randall would like to know, are there chemical incompatibilities when doing enameling? Any acid-base reactions possible? Redox issues, expansion, contraction problems as she runs out of breath, and go.
Short answer, yes.
I would agree. Nod, yes.
Yes. Expansion, contraction, that's what I was saying about like the different alloys. Like copper is really good for doing enameling, so is silver, and so is gold. for that very reason, the expansion, like the glass will cool down at the same temperature as the base metal. Acids and chemical reactions, like you need to clean all your pieces thoroughly before you can enamel them. And what was the other thing? Some other. I haven't got my glasses on. Sorry.
Well, yeah. You know, just the reactions from different like acid base or redox. Like
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't think so, because like it's glass powder. Like, I don't know if there might be chemical reactions with what colors the glass. But
from
yeah,
what
I couldn't exactly tell you that. Like,
I do understand that like it loves fine silver gold, and it doesn't mind the like it really loves copper, and like I'm just finding out about the alloys that it
Yeah.
doesn't mind also. But I
Yeah.
have learned it's got to be clean. Like you're
Yeah,
pickling the carbonate out of what you're doing. Plus, there are a couple different additive or rather soaps that they offer that you
in
can
the
that you scrub your piece with. And I found that like if I did everything like 3 ways to Sunday, that things would work out. But if I tried, like I am very slipshod sometimes. Like I get all into the creative zone, and I'm just throwing stuff around and putting stuff on fire. And I found that enamel doesn't like that very much. Like you really do have to kind of calm down and make sure that stuff is a bit more of a controlled environment than, you know,
Yeah.
like some fabrication, you can just light stuff on fire and it just works because it just like melts together and you're happy. This is not that thing. And so, yeah, you do have to keep things clean.
There is prep. Like I got a handwritten note in the box with the enamels, and it was a very thorough process of just preparing the metal alone, let alone what you did with the enamels. Like that bit was left out. I'm like, oh great. At least I got, you know, the bit to get me started. And then there was like talk of ammonia and eucalyptus oil and like, yeah, very thorough cleaning processes.
Nice. You know,
'Cause
we might share notes on that because that sounds different than what I'm doing. So it would be kind of cool to know a few different ways to do this.
Yeah, I think like even the oils on your fingers can have an effect on the outcome of what you're doing. And
oh my gosh, that's part of the slipshod-ness that I'm talking about. Like I just,
Yeah.
you know, like not thinking about it, pick something up. So copper tongs are your very best friend in enameling, not
Oh, okay.
any other kind of tong, because you're using pickle so much
Oh,
that
okay.
in and out of your pickle, you have to use copper.
Yeah,
Because
this
if
is
you
true.
use
Yeah,
like, stainless steel tongs, you're out, you're out. And so,
yeah.
you know, you've ruined your pickle. And so copper tongs, I like as Edward Scissorhands, you know, my left hand is just copper tongs like the whole time. And
Yep.
then, you know, I'm doing other stuff with my right hand. But like if you don't have 2 pairs of copper tongs, you're in big trouble because you know you're going to misplace one.
Okay. Noted. On the list.
Yeah,
I have one.
Well,
I'm omni-tonged.
from doing a lot of pickling and that sort of pickling and liver of sulfur, I have 2 pairs because of that. Because you know the liver of sulfur, same. You can't use anything else but copper in there either. And so
do
I
you have
learned.
a dedicated? Sorry, do you have a dedicated liver of sulfur tongs or?
No, because you know what? You put those liver of sulfur tongs into the pickle and gone goes the liver of sulfur like that.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Cool.
yeah, they're fine. You can like you can
Yeah.
cross-pollinate that all day. It's just an oxidization that, you know, like might sully the water just a tiny bit, but like nothing that's gonna be a problem. But having those tongs and maybe a couple different, you know, styles, because I have the bendy ones, you know, the ones that go like you know, the rabbit, like the dangerous, it's got jaws.
Yep.
And then and then I've got like a straight pair that are a little bit more fine. And you will have that instance where you've dropped an enameled piece into the pickle. Because I don't know if your notes said, but you need to do both sides. You know, you need to
Yes.
enamel both
Yeah.
sides,
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
so you've enameled the one side, you put it into the pickle, and you are going to have one fine time getting that out of the pickle again.
Oh, if it lays down. Oh.
There's words that
How
I've
does that go again?
created. Yeah. And so having a fine pair to, you know, maybe with like little teeth on the inside and pick those up, like as she cleanses her teeth.
You
Yeah.
need it like a curved bottom jar.
Yeah, special jars. Nice. Okay, so we're looking at this like cross weird thing on the screen right now. What in the world have you built here?
That is a MacGyver Gold Star Award right there.
Right? Did you get one of those ribbons for that, Manny?
Maybe. Look, when you're doing enameling, you need like a little triangle metal thing to hold your piece up so you can get the torch underneath. And like I said, I live out bush, and I was like, I've been playing around with this concrete board, and I was like, well, it's kind of fire resistant. What if I just notched out a couple of sections and made like a little stand, and there you have it. So I may have saved myself like $20 or $30.
Indeed. And so definitely let me know how that works out for you, because I love this experimentation. I've just been using regular trivets. And
Trivets, that's the word I was looking for.
was that ding ding ding?
I was getting it confused with that furry creature from Star Trek. Tribble, yeah. I would have had a Tribble moment instead of a Trivet moment.
There's a Tribble on my trivet. What do I do?
Kill it before it bleeds.
Use your copper tongs. Randall Jones was asking this question. I was thinking about the accidental creation of silver nitrate, which can be rather blackish, which might ruin an otherwise translucent enamel. I have what happens here. And this is not because I know anything. It's because I watched a lot of videos and I've like done a little bit of research, but I do have an answer. So both for copper and silver, when you fire that bad boy, it will turn black underneath the enamel, period. What do you do? What do you do? You keep, yeah. Good night, everybody. Next week we'll find out. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So what you do is you're gonna burn it out. Does Karen love this solution? I love this solution so much. I'm like, really? We get to like keep burning it? So
burn it.
Burn it out. Yeah, when in doubt, burn it out. I want the shirt. And so what you actually end up doing is you're firing your first layer of enamel onto the front of the piece, and you keep that translucent. You usually start with a clear, so that you are preparing your silver, gold, copper, whatever it is that you are starting with. And so it's going to be a clear enamel, and you toast that sucker until you burn off the oxide. How cool is that? And it will eventually like get absorbed into the glass, and you will see the color of your metal pure. And that's when you can stop. And it's so flippin' cool. It's like a mood ring. Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
It's cool. And so anyways, that's what you do for your first level of the enamel, and then into the pickle it goes, and then you might enamel another time or two, or you're going over to the other side and you're getting your base for the other side. If you don't enamel both sides, your piece will warp and you will have cracked glass.
Wibbly wobbly fail.
Yeah, there is. It'll potato chip on you. And so you definitely need to prepare both sides, and the other side can be ugly, but that top side, that first layer of the clear, if you don't burn off that oxide, it might not go away. And so
There's
you want to
also
make sure that's going to be the case that first time.
there's also a mud thing, like a clay mask thing that you can put
There
on as
is.
well. Yeah.
I haven't tried the clay mask.
Yeah, and that helps with like it maintaining shape and form, and as well too. Like if you paint, if you
Oh,
don't,
right. Yeah.
if you
Yep.
don't want to do all of the piece, then yeah, you can paint this on. But it helps stop the warping as well too, from what I was told. Like I got a crash course when I was up doing judging up in Bundaberg, and one of the ladies there is like the enamel queen of their
Oof.
club, and so I got a crash course in enameling with her, and a little starter kit, which is buried in my studio here somewhere.
Sage Rat, don't tell my mom. It is like we're playing with fire. Shh. Yes, it's true. At any rate, yes. So yeah, there is a I'm trying to think of the proper word for it, but
Yeah.
you can put this sort of shield on to the pieces. I have seen that.
It's like a very diluted sort of mud,
Mhm.
like, or clay or something. Yeah, like I think it is of natural like origins. And there was another one, but I think that was for when you get into the cloisonne, when you're using the wire.
You
And
can use that with cloisonne, and then also there are differences between when you're torch firing and when you're kiln firing.
yes, yeah.
And so I think that that's more of a kiln thing than the torch thing. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, yeah. Well, that does
Yeah.
explain it, because they were doing kiln fired enameling there.
Yeah, which is like a little bit more of a different creature. And, if I'm being honest, not quite as fun for Karen. Because I really like setting my art on fire. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'd be like waiting for something to cook in the microwave.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's very, very much
Which
like that.
apparently you can get microwave kilns now, and
Yes.
you can do enameling in a microwave. But I probably wouldn't cook your burritos in it afterwards.
Probably
But
not.
but a studio microwave, yeah,
Yeah,
be another addition. With the
I'm
little
not against
kilns.
I'm not against it because it could be like you could put a piece into the microwave and you could also be doing some other stuff with the other enameling at the same time. This is what I've understood from my own process is having several pieces going at the same time helps a lot because one's in the pickle and one's being painted or powdered, whichever it is that you're doing, and one's cooling off from having just been fired. And if you've
Yeah,
got like a few pieces that are rotating like that, then there's never a dull moment in the studio. You don't have to like drum your fingers, waiting for something to happen. And so, that was actually why I made so many pairs of earrings because as earring one was, say, cooling, I was doing next step on the other earring. And, since they're doing this stuff side by side, and I'm kind of watching, like, oh, in fact, maybe second earring is improving on first earring type thing. And,
yeah.
the whole learning process is going on. But I definitely recommend multiples if you're thinking about getting into it, just so that you're doing something the whole time.
It's something we like. I teach at our club. Like, you get a person come in and they've got one stone that they want to cut, and you walk them through the one stone, and then they come back the next week or the following week, and like they bring in another stone. I'm like, well, how about you bring in a few stones? How about we get a few going, get what get them all dopped up. So if something happens to that stone, or you finish it, need to do the transfer to do the back, then you can pick up the next stone and move on. So
Yes.
it's something that I train at like at our club for sure. Like, and people see me come in with my 5 projects and they're like, oh, what are you doing tonight? all of it.
Yeah. And it's definitely doable with, you know, a lot of the jewelry arts, you know, because you've got something, some piece that's like just been fired, something in the pickle, something that, you know, needs to be milled, or, you know, like there's all these
Yep.
stages, and you can just kind of octopus around your studio and just be able to kind of keep your fingers going into something the whole time, which is really satisfying for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something I do really enjoy about the whole process of jewelry making and stone cutting and gem. Yeah, it's just, yeah, like you can have multiple projects on the go at once and, you know, not be overloaded. Like, it's, yeah, actually
Well, if
makes it more
anything,
fun.
I feel like they feed, like I said, you know,
Yeah.
I'll learn something on the fly, like right then, that I'm applying to the next piece. And
Yep.
so, you know, it's actually a very valuable learning experience. And especially when I was doing the cloisonne, the first couple
Yep.
pieces that I've done with the cloisonne, you know, learning like
Yeah, that's the big step up
that's what
after
to do and
the
that's what not
enameling.
to do. You know, before like I'll be painting one of the pieces and the other piece is on the fire. You know, I just fired it and then I'm learning like, oh, that doesn't work. Don't do that on this one. You
Yep.
know, because sometimes in between sessions you kind of forget, you know, like
Yeah,
unless you
yep.
keep copious studio notes. But
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I've had a lot of those moments.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward. Oh, that the resort dog thing. Boy, like if somebody's in the Nevada area and needs a kiln, like go pick up that one that's outside his friend's shop. That I would, you
Ooh,
know, if
okay.
we were over there, I'd be getting that. Because you know, like not that I don't love setting my artwork on fire, but it's always like I could be setting one
Well,
on fire and one's in the kiln at the same time. I mean, so
I mean, like
there's so
getting
much
a
to do.
kiln, then that opens up a whole other array of different projects. So you could do your enameling, and then there's all the precious metal clay stuff you could be doing, and then
Yeah.
uh,
Mom actually, she just said, Manny is wonderful and so interesting. I really enjoy his discussion, said Judy mom. So yeah, and you got the unicorn and everything.
Woo!
Yeah, you scored. But also she has like a little herd of kilns because she taught some
Oh, yep,
cloisonne for a while. And
yep,
she was using those for the precious metal clay too. And
yeah,
so
cool.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
This is
now that I've got the little outside area too, that's another little kind of project that I've had on the back burner that I'll be having I'll be revisiting and getting into. Yeah, so yeah, the having a new little workspace just opens up the possibilities for me, which I'm really enjoying at the moment.
yeah, yeah. And so, you know, yes, precious metal, we love them, all of
Yep.
them. Alaska Gold Hunter, and we were talking about precious metal clays in particular, but you know, so you can use clay to create your creation, and you
Total
can
alchemy, total alchemy. Hey,
it is
like.
absolutely alchemical, or you can melt it in a crucible, which
Magic.
also feels so much like magic to me. Like here's liquid, and now it's this thing that you made, and then you can you can do this glass process, which goes back to ancient times. Like we're talking about thousands of year old jewelry usage there, and so yeah, it's exciting, and basically the kind of culmination of our discussion is you had a picture, and I don't know if I even downloaded that one, but you had a picture of a very small area that was your studio
The red
space.
circle.
Yes.
The circle of power.
Yeah.
We will step inside this circle and we
Speaking of alchemy and all. So if you had anything to say to everybody out there about their studio spaces, or how they could like maybe expand outside, or they could maybe make the best use of their 10 by 10 inch space, or however, shoot,
Yep.
go for that.
It's about like optimization. Like there's a level of zen when you're dealing with small spaces. Like so, and like I'm fortunate, I come from a bit of a hospitality background and a kitchen background where they have a thing called mise en place, which means everything in its place. And it is
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it is the foundation of cooking, basically. And it's, preparedness. So, to work in a small space, you really have to hone in what exactly it is you're doing. Really lock that in, simplify it, and then just go from there. Like I said, there's a lady on Instagram, and she travels around America, and she makes beautiful earrings and wire necklaces and beads and all sorts of amazing stuff. And she does it from like just a little craft cutting board, and she'll go outside, go for a hike, be up in the mountains, and just there, with a backpack, kit, pulls it out, sits out in the middle of nature with a little hammer and a steel block, bashing out the wires, squaring it up, a couple of pairs of pliers, and you're off to the races. So like,
Yeah.
like I there's this whole thing about having all the tools and the best of the best and this and that, and kind of buying your way into an art. But if you start off with like a couple of pairs of pliers from Home Depot or Harbor Freight, and this and that, like it's not the tools that make the artist, it's the imagination. So, and if you've got that, there was a beautiful picture, I think I posted on the Discord group, of this guy who just so wanted to facet, and the machine he made was out of wood and this and that, and most gem cutters would cringe, if you go on, cut me a standard round brilliant on that. And, this was like he had the spirit, like MacGyver was his spirit animal. like this thing was like, I think it even had like a cordless, it had a electric grinder upside down with a wheel, and we had door hinges, and like it was something special. But he wanted to facet that badly that he made the machine to do it.
That's so cool. It's not the wand, it's the magician, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
passion,
I love
like
that.
he was cutting with pure passion, like,
Awesome.
yeah, you got it.
So,
I love
thank you for that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Romania Rockhound has a question. The rest of the wire wraps, I guess question, the rest of the wire wraps can be melted together, question mark. I mean, what I have is copper, silver, plated copper, and gold plated copper.
All right,
So,
so
did you get that?
yeah. So you got to keep them separated.
Bam, 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 bam. Yeah.
Yeah, like my big lesson, and the big, like I had it in my head, like, yeah, I'm gonna be pouring copper, I'm gonna be making all this cool copper stuff, it's gonna be cheap, I've got all my scraps from my wire wrapping mistakes, and there's a lot.
Yeah.
Like that was the artist's like vision. The reality is, like, yes, you can get the copper to melt. Getting it to flow requires some large amounts of heat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
um,
it.
I'm not going to be defeated by this. Like, I still intend on melting copper. Like, that's it. Like it stumped me, and I don't like being stumped, and I like to kind of follow through. Like, I set out to melt copper, and come hell or high water, I am gonna melt copper.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
means
It's tricky.
getting something else for the studio.
Yes.
A new
Like
toy.
perhaps a furnace.
Well, I seen one the other day, and it works on LPG gas, gets it to the right temperature,
Yep.
and can be turned sideways and used as a forge.
Oh, nice. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, you gotta love that. So Manny's adding to his herd of things, his arsenals.
Yeah, winter is here, and I'm looking for fiery, warm entertainment.
Yeah, furnace is definitely good for that. Welcome in, Kid Curry. Great to see you. Eric the cat. That's the first CD I ever bought, right? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Yeah. Like, yeah, ingrained forever. And so and Manny is thanking you for the answer. Are you ready for the lightning round? Yeah, he does. He looks ready. He looks ready for the lightning round.
I was trying to do the Frozen look.
Yeah, no, it's the only defense he's got, everybody.
Deer in the headlights.
He pretends he's dead or frozen.
I'll play possum.
We'll be gentle.
Okay.
Okay, so it's funny because I have a few pages here, and honestly, the first one was an honest studio question: gas or electric, and you actually just said it because of your forge, right?
Yeah. Something about gas. I cook with gas at home, so I really something about it. Like I spent a lot of time working in kitchens as well, and also lived with a blacksmith, so we used a lot of gas tools when we were making armor and armory. So gas is probably gas, but I do like my electric tools as well too. Like
nice. Electric is nice, but yeah, gas is pretty solid, especially if you're working in an outage or something like that. It's on your side.
But for melting stuff, because I'm kind of out and I'm semi off grid, I prefer gas because I can moderate my usage and monitor my usage. Whereas if you plug in an electric kiln, you won't know how much juice is power pulling until you get that next bill.
Oh man, and it's absorbent. It's brawny absorbent, and so so that on the same sort of titch, like say if you were on a desert island or Australia.
Thanks,
Jerry. So would you go solar or wind if you had a choice?
Solar. I've lived on solar. Something about the wind, like the noise factor. We've just started getting solar farms around the area here, and that aspect. I don't mean to sound like a hippie, but like they kill birds, the windmills. So I don't like that. But in the saying this, like it's like I lived in a solar a place that had solar in the early 90s, and it was something relatively new back then, and I absolutely loved it. It made me dirty on paying for power ever since. But I was always under the impression that it was a green solution, but the carbon footprint that goes into making the panels is kind of negates all the good that that you're doing by not burning fossil fuels. Like to make that glass, you need furnaces,
Right, they both have problems.
Yeah. We've got a ways to go.
We do.
Yep. Electromagnetic power would be my ultimate choice, and I have a friend that's working on a solution for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or just make like the professor. Figure out your coconuts and that sort of thing. Yep. So
turbines on electromagnetic.
There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Nice. Would you rather fight a kanga or a croc?
That's a hard one. Oh, crikey. We see a croc gets hold of you, you're done. Kangaroo gets hold of you, you're done.
Yeah. Which way do you want to
Yeah.
die, Manny?
Yeah,
That was a terrible question.
Probably, yeah, on ground, not in the water, in a murder hole. Thank you. Please and thank you. So yeah, I'll have a go. I'll have a go at the kangaroo.
Ryan, he's like, so much for Manny Lightning. Well, we're gonna have a few more words than just lightning.
Yeah.
Reggae or metal?
Oh, both. Like they are both rad in my books, and there's a time and a place for each.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for metal. I spent a lot of years as an angry youth, and I also worked with a lot of metal bands in my career as a stagehand and lighting guy. Got to work with Fear Factory and Cannibal Corpse and a whole heap of Aussie metal bands. And then I worked for a telco call center, and people were yelling at me all the time, and I got less inclined to like screamo metal music. Nah.
Right, then you need something a little bit more mellow. Like, I'll take the reggae now.
Yeah, some island vibes. Yeah, I lived in the tropics too, and there's a very reggae vibe with the tropics of Australia. Very laid back, very casual sort of reggae island vibe. So, like I said, there's a time and a place for both. So
yeah, I have to say that the metal doesn't sound as good on my uke as the reggae does. And so I have
you
a
need more
tendency,
distortion.
although the noise, I do like the
Yeah.
noise. Some people got to
Yeah, yeah.
sample the noise in that little clip that I posted. So what do you do to turn your brain off? Because most of the folks that we know that have multimedia talents and whatnot, like they go, 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 hard to stop. What do you do to turn it off?
It doesn't get turned off.
There's no hope.
Doesn't happen. Like, I'm thinking, when do I stop thinking? I don't ever stop thinking. It just is no going. Help me. When I'm asleep, no, not even when I'm asleep. I'm processing. No. I'm thinking. Sometimes when the highway's nice and calm, and there aren't any idiots on the road. Sometimes then
You have a zen moment where it just
yeah. I and this sounds weird for a guy that looks like me, but I listen to classical music when I'm driving. I've just gotten into it lately. It's I've been having a bit of road rage issues of late, and it's been my self therapy to try and calm myself down a bit. People just aren't as courteous as they used to be on the roads, and it kind of irks me. One of my triggers is that sort of behavior. So my remedy is to listen to classical music and operas and stuff like that. And and in that I sometimes get a glimmer of zen and tranquility and switched offness.
You know what I always think about when I'm listening to classical and I'm in hectic situations like that, though? I think of A Clockwork Orange.
A lot of the music that comes up is like soundtrack music, and yeah, they did actually Clockwork Orange Kubrick special
like
recently.
It's fully Beethoven, yeah. So is this
not good for driving?
A little ultra violence or no? I like your solution, Manny. Okay, so do aliens exist or not so much?
Yes, hell yes.
Okay, hell's to the yes on that one.
Yep. I've had a UFO experience, like so yeah, I was salvaging wood in the Blue Mountains of Sydney. I was dumpster diving for this wood that got thrown out by a school. Jumped out of the dumpster with an armful of wood, looked up, and there were 3 lights in the sky. And the minute I kind of looked and went, wow, that's 3 lights in the sky, like turned into one dot, shot across the night sky faster than I've ever seen anything move. And like, I'm a RAF brat, so I grew up on Air Force bases, around Air Force bases, around planes, helicopters, jets. this thing moved faster than anything I had ever seen in my whole life. And I found out later that sorry, Eric the cat. Yeah, thanks. You should have said stop for a cuppa, mate.
Right.
But I found out later.
That's why he gets the good celestial shots, everybody. That's Eric's secret. Sorry, go ahead.
It happened in Belgium as well too. They call it the Belgium Triangle, is what I apparently saw. And they sent a fighter pilot up to reconnaissance it, and he described word for word exactly how it moved, like from what I saw. Like, so I was like, whoa.
That's intense.
That's a firm yes from me.
All right, and fair enough too. Like you have the experience. And so that being said, would you druther, if you had to travel one way or the other, would it be submarine or spaceship?
Spaceship all the way, man.
All right.
Fly me to the moon.
Okay. And
sorry, no Jazz Jerry. Or is that swing? Is swing acceptable?
I think so. We don't even know. Kurt, good to see you. In Reptile Z, I said hi earlier, but it was in a gestural way. And so the very last one, if you were allowed to have one food, just one food on that desert isle where you're doing all the rest of that stuff, what would it be?
Bacon. Oh no.
Take back.
I want to try crab pretzels.
Crab pretzels is what you're
apparently
gonna have.
It's a thing. Apparently
forever.
It's a Boston thing. I think
pretzels.
I'd be all right with it. It sounds pretty delicious.
Bacon or crab pretzels for survival on the desert isle.
Or bacon wrapped crab pretzels. Win. Oh, there we go. Like, yeah, I could go to Durkin, one of those concoction thingies, and then I'd be safe.
True. You could take them on your spaceship, and you could maybe they have the squeeze form, for you to drink.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
My stomach is squirming just at the thought.
Puree in, puree out. That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
True story. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ryan's voting the bacon too.
Bacon.
That's a stroke of brilliance.
Bacon's like the gaff tape of food. Like it
really is. Oh, that's great. All right. Well, Mahnee, thank you so much for being with us this evening and sharing all of your wisdom and your experiences and your pictures and your studio and the future with us, since you're living in the future. It's very compelling. Yeah, it's shiny. Yeah, look at that. Wait. Yeah, look at that. That's the future right there, guys. Do you have any words of wise for everybody on our outro here?
It's okay to be wrong. Being wrong is a learning opportunity.
I love it.
And you should always see it as that. So
yeah,
nothing wrong with being wrong, as long as you admit it, Yep.
Yeah.
And be the first to admit it. Yeah, be the first to admit it.
Apologize if it was painful for anybody else, your wrongness.
And save your sorries, because the more you use them, the less power they have. So sorry is a very important word in the English language. So
truly,
it's got a lot of power behind it. So you need to save your sorries.
Yeah, I love it. And everybody's saying the thank yous. We've got thank you from Ryan, and thank you from Tara, and thank you from Romania, and thank you from Sage Rat, and Resort Dog is saying, so get in the spaceship, buddy.
It's a trap. It's a trap. All right, Admiral.
To feed humans. It's a recipe book, you guys. No, to serve humans. Darn it. I got the line wrong. But you all get it. And Spot saying out of this world live, guys. Thank you so much. And Cliff Bidwell is also saying awesome show tonight. Thanks. And so too says Scott. Thanks, Manny. And Romania Rockhound, Manny, call you Mahoney last week. Sorry.
That's all right. Just don't call me Shirley and don't call me late.
Right.
Or Sue.
And Cynthia's here too. Hey.
Oh, hey, Cynthia.
It has been so much fun. Thank you all so much for coming, and we will see you guys all around the lives for the weekend. Go on over to the Discord, share, go check out the faceting, all the the diagram Bible that Manny dropped on us, and all the other good beautifuls that are over there, which includes you guys. You are all beautiful, and we really appreciate
hats off to
you.
all the moderation team and all the supervisors over on Discord. You guys are doing a wonderful job keeping it all together. Like, it's a great place to hang out and to look at rocks, and it's just like a little it's like our own little private Facebook. Like, I love it. It's awesome. So thanks, guys, for all your work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the clubhouse for all of us rock nerds. And so I thank you guys all for making that a very special place. If you're listening, you're invited. So come on over to our Discord. I'm going to go ahead and roll the credits. And wait, first I got to show this right here. Thank you, Ryan. Wait, no. It's not time to go live. We're done. We're done being live.
Ting, 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 tang. And goodbye.
Right.
Thank you and good night.
This was Ryan's creation. Manny was looking everywhere for his shirt that would match, and his hat, of course. But beautiful illustration by Ryan. Thank you so much
I love the quokka down the bottom there. Google quokka if you're having a bad day and you need some cheering up. Like, do a YouTube search on quokkas. They are just adorable. They smile like that. Like, what you're seeing there is what they actually do. They smile. They're so adorable.
That's so sweet.
I might put some pictures up on the Fur Baby site for everyone to have a look at.
Right on. Yeah. Share pictures. And Tara's thanking us. And Scott would love us to have a great weekend. Ryan just put up the Discord link for everybody who wants to go on over there. Prairie Girl Rocks, thank you so much for being here. Allison was here earlier also. Thank you. Sierra Rockhound is saying cheers to all. And I don't know if I said hi to you, but thank you so much for coming around. So, as promised, before I just run out of breath completely, let's roll the credits. Alive, everybody. We're going through the tube, everybody. We're woo. No. Wrong kind though. Sitka trees. Do you have some of these, Manny? Do you have these kind of trees?
Yeah. We have pine trees and all sorts of We have a lot of similar trees to you guys as well too, like our eucalyptus, like you guys have over there as well.
You know, we don't have any eucalyptus in Oregon up here. We might have some down south, but in California, eucalyptus all day, and the smell makes me so happy.
And there's a phenomenon that we've got a part of Australia called the Blue Mountains.
Are you here?
And
am I here?
It's because the eucalyptus oil that evaporates into the air creates a blue hue, and you have it in the States. Yeah, and you have that in the States as well too. You have your own Blue Mountains, and it's because of the same phenomenon with the eucalyptus trees.
I need to go see this. We never had that where I'm from that I know of, or maybe it happened and I just didn't know it was happening.
I think you're right. I think it might be somewhere around California, but yeah, like
Yeah.
have a look for Blue Mountains in America, and yeah, you'll see that it's caused by the same phenomenon.
I'm gonna do it. That sounds really, really cool. This right here, this is a lake that is like there are no fish in that lake. There are shrimp,
Ooh,
but
yum.
yeah, but it's an alkali lake. It's part
Oh.
of one of the ancient oceans in the center of
Yep.
Oregon. Yeah, and so like you won't see any other living things in it. Like those birds
Okay.
like it, but that's about it.
Is it like sulfuric or like kind of
Man, we can't hear me.
It's
like
alkali.
or
like
Start over
heavy
again.
mineralized or?
yeah, very, very high mineral content. And so yeah, alkali.
Where you get all the opal in Australia is on the edge of the Artesian Basin, which was a big inland sea like that, you know, on a sea level. And when they tap into the artesian wells of that, the water comes out of the ground at like 50 degrees Celsius, and it is like you have a shower in it, and you need a shower after your shower, and you just feel like a layer.
It's so soft. Yeah, like the mineral water is so soft. There are actually that clip right after that lake was of the hot springs that we were at. Yeah.
So it probably would have been
same.
Same. Yeah. Cool.
And this is actually the road out to the Sunstones, everybody. Yeah. So this is all that like long drive where Karen like is actually head out the window with the tongue wagging, trying to get out faster to the Sunstones.
So we have landscape settings like this here in Australia. It amazes me how similar like our two continents are in that way.
Yeah, right?
Like,
yeah, we have Oregon outback like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, if I didn't know better, I'd say, oh yeah, that's probably out somewhere southern Australia, like Victoria. Like they have a lot of kind of landscape like that. Like it's insane. Like like I was saying before with Nate and Quest for Logic, like Quest for Details. He's like everywhere he goes is just like my backyard. Like it looks exactly the same.
Oh, that's so cool. I like how you called it Quest for Logic. That's more like us. Like
that was a bit of a Freudian, a bit of a slip. It was one of my old music projects back in the day. Like one of my first selections.
That's a really good name. All right, I guess the credits are over, so we should probably go. I know. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much, Manny. Cheers.